Welcome everyone to the wonderful Sebastopol Bowling Club for our 2025 Region Sides Championships. Our opening match here features defending champions, Eastern Rangers women and Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields, who last won this event in 2016. Our event this year consists of a gold and silver tier, 2 sections in each tier in both men's and women's. Each region are going to play 3 games of 21 ends with a 4-hour time limit. Round 1 being played today with rounds 2 and 3 being played tomorrow. The winners of each section will play off Sunday morning for the title. I'm Troy Stafford, Bowlesvik Events and Competitions Manager, and I am very privileged to be joined by Bowlesvik Vice President Gus McIsaac. Good afternoon, Gus.
Troy, how are you, mate?
I'm great. I'm really looking forward to this.
There's an excitement in the air. I was down at WebCon early this morning and there's just people buzzing. There's a real buzz around Ballarat.
This is one of our events, I think, that creates that sort of an atmosphere because we've got hundreds of players playing across 4 different venues, and there really is a real atmosphere that comes with this event.
There is, and if you are watching this in Melbourne, we're not saying we don't want you watching the stream, but if you can get the car tomorrow and come down, it's an hour up the road.
Yep.
Great.
Unless you're on the other side, which is Lilydale where I am, and it's 2 hours. But it's a pretty cruisy drive, and that's a beautiful thing about January. I left Friday morning from Lilydale virtually through the city. No issues with traffic or anything, so it was great.
And if you are of my age, over 60, you can get on a train for about $3.
Oh, there you go.
It's fantastic.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for our buzzer to go off to start the match, and then we will be into it.
It is a timed event today, isn't it, Troy? 2 hours?
4 hours.
Oh, 4 hours.
4 hours. We're in for a marathon, Gussie, so it's a game of pennant, basically.
And that's the way it should be. We'll talk about that later on, but it's the true test.
Yes. Yep.
And this is a representative of pennant, so it should be that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what a game we've got here with starting off with these 2 teams. It's just going to be, and this team, when we go through it, it's just packed full of stars,
It sure is. Buzzer's gone and jacks are going to be rolled, and we're into it.
Yep.
The atmosphere really starts.
Yeah, there is a real excitement around this green. Everyone's smiling and the weather's good and there is no wind.
Yeah, it's an absolutely perfect day. Absolutely perfect. It's about 28, 29 degrees, slightly overcast, but plenty of blue sky as well. And as you say, no breeze. And you talk about star-studded lineups. We've got Karen Barton leading here, who actually was the 2022 state Falls winner, and she was the skipper of her Heathmont team.
And she's leading here. That just shows about the strength.
Sure does, and look at that for an opening bowl.
And leading off for Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields is Steph Priest from Bendigo, and she's using these purple bowls.
Steph heavily involved in the junior program up there in Bendigo.
Yep. And she was in BCG's region side win as well. So she's tasted success.
So she must have been in a while because 2016 was their last one. So
I think that was the year. That was the year they won it, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2016.
So she was there then. So
longevity, that's fantastic.
Well, look, I don't know. She looks pretty young to me.
She does.
But she's been around a while. And that's just the state of play of the game of bowls these days. What a great bowl by Karen. This is a bit of a B up green, isn't it? Just slightly needs to just give it a little bit of a push.
They tell me it's around the 13.5 mark.
Yep.
But they were very complimentary in terms of saying it was kind and true.
Yes.
Which should make for a good game of bowls. As we see a change of hands from the leader on the opening end with those 2 bowls of Karen's just in the draw line.
She's played a pretty good bowl here. Look at this.
She's played extremely well.
What a bowl.
Next up from Mitcham, we got Rachel Powers. Rachel was, in fact, all 4 players in this rink were in the last year's winning side.
There's a little speck of yellow in that BCG.
Just in the ring, which is okay when the bowl's sitting up like Karen's is, but that one of Brooks just falling down there, it's a little harder to see the yellow, but The Eastern Rangers have the green and blue.
Yep. Rachel, has she added the weight? She got the line. She wasn't far away.
Track was perfect. It's still perfectly open on that forehand, though.
Yeah. Do you think Steph's holding that back bowl of the purple?
I actually think, no, I think Karen's got it.
The white bowl.
Yeah.
Front, yep. She could have nearly 2 then.
I think she may have 2.
Yep. Good paced bowl coming in here. She's just got to clear that front bowl. Look at that.
Yeah,
wow.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
fantastic opener.
That's amazing. Little touch on that would have been pretty nice.
Yeah, if she tucked that jack in.
Yep.
But you know what? It's still open for Ali to come down on her forehand and draw the shot, even if she just has 1 to 2 feet, so that if she misses, she's in a good spot for her next one and for Jess as the skip coming.
Now, don't be confused by her bowls. Ali's got a big ring on her inside.
She does, yeah. So it's a little. I noticed it in the roll-up. And Ali being from Lilydale, I used to coach at Lilydale, and she didn't used to do this. So it's something new that she's obviously doing, and it does look a bit confusing that she's done a wrong bias, but I can assure you she hasn't. She's finished in a good home.
Well, I always say anything that works, do it.
Exactly. We're not robots.
And she doesn't have a sticker on the other side either.
No.
Which I think's bad for skips. If I was skipping that and when the bowl's not facing you, there's no sticker to see.
Yep.
So I would be insisting on a sticker on the other side.
Yeah, it can be, but I mean, I, as a...
Close here. Close here.
Doesn't want too much of it. Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
See, when I started, Gussie, I'm getting my age here, there were no stickers, there were no coloured bowls. You had to know every logo in your team to know who was what. Stickers came in sort of just after I started, and it was often home team would have a white disc.
There'd be white or green or...
I think opposition had no disc from memory.
Yeah,
was
white was home.
30 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I was around then.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're showing our age.
It was a good bowl. Jess indicated 2 down for them.
Just trying to draw second shot here, I think.
It's a good bowl. It's a good bowl. Taylor says they're still holding 1. So that front purple bowl's holding, Steph's bowl's holding there. Taylor indicated 1.
Apologies for those who are viewing on Facebook. We just are having some technical difficulties here. It is going on YouTube if you did want to transfer over, and we're working hard to get things back going on the Facebook.
And they've gone for the cover at the back. That's a very good bowl if that stays up, and it does. The kitty could spring through there. There is a gap for it to get back there, so wise to cover it.
Knowing Jess pretty well, she doesn't play a lot of weight.
No.
She's a very, very good draw bowler. So we're about to see Jess Wallace, coach of Lilydale Bowls Club, current state player. So she was a member of the victorious women's state side last year in the Marge Morris.
Yes.
And she's a state champion, a champions and state mixed pairs winner.
What's she playing here? How's she draw that, mate?
I think she's just backhand draw, get past the purple for shot. She'd be happy to cut it down.
Even if she can just roll that bowl, make it easier for a second shot.
Yep.
So she'd be trying to maybe just land the bowl with a foot of weight.
Yeah, she'd be just trying to play good weight.
I'm not sure.
Generally, she does play good weight, Jessie, when she's
just
trying.
not going to clear the white, so she's going to get a little
She
slide.
might get lucky.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Don't think it made any
No.
difference.
No.
Taylor MARRON on the mat now from Bendigo Bowls Club. Taylor, a top bowler in her ride as well.
Well, she'd want to get another one in there because they've got three seconds there if that bowl goes. Jess may switch onto a forehand if it's...
No, that's an Eastern Rangers.
Yep.
But I think Jess is still 2 down, isn't she?
Well, she said one
is
down.
it?
So
One.
they've got 3 seconds. I think she'll take the risk.
Oh, yes, those orange ones
Yeah.
are Lilydale. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I don't know whose white one it is. I mean, that
Eastern
could be
Rangers,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
Lilydale.
Yeah. And the white one could be Eastern Rangers too, so they
It
could have
was.
4 seconds.
You could be right.
I think she'll switch and go with a bit of weight. But you said she doesn't do it, and I have played against her before, and she does just generally draw.
She
but I'm
does,
sure
but
she's got a
if-
weighted shot.
She does, absolutely. If the shot presents it, she'll play it. She plays a conservative game, but if the shot presents, she'll play it.
One of her white bowls is coming in there. She can even get up onto that and pump that up to the head. Yeah, she's doing what I said.
She is, yeah.
She may have hurt us. Geez, I might get a skipping job one day. How's
You
she going?
never know, Gussie.
How's she going?
If she gets
She's
under
close.
that front one,
Oh,
that was a great effort.
Oh, what an
Still
effort.
down. What a great effort.
She wanted to get that bowl fat, full, not part of it.
Or underneath, half a bowl tighter.
Oh, she's close. I think that was a get out of jail a bit for the BCG girls. But Taylor had another bowl in her hand though too, so I'm sure she would have fixed it up if it had gone haywire.
Yep.
Her pace is looking pretty good here. Oh, it's a very good bowl. She clears that.
Oh, good effort.
What lovely speed. She knew it too. Yeah, okay.
1 to Bendigo, so they open their account on all 3 rinks.
Yep.
With a 3 on the rink next door. Emma Simmons skipping against Karen Morgan.
And a 1 on the
Far rink, which is Olivia Cartwright for Bendigo skipping against... who have we got over there? Of course, it's Vicky Smith.
Yes, Vic Smith, yep.
Fairly short length here.
Yeah, I think they'll just keep it within distance. Just you might see it stretch out later on, depending how the game pans out. This is the sort of length Vale Shrush is there. If she ends up behind, they're very useful bowls.
I guess that's just a concept of,
What a bowl.
everyone plays that game differently.
Yeah.
I would err on what Karen's
Yeah,
chosen to do and take that yard off.
She's done that. She's done that beautifully.
I always, look at Leeds' job is just to get close. They don't have to get behind.
No.
They don't have to. Don't have to get the shot.
Yep.
But if they get bowls in the area, it sets it up
There is
for those coming
There
back
is a
later.
slight breeze to our right, and you just sometimes think on a slightly holding green where you take that bit of weight off. You don't want to be ending up in the way.
No, that's right. A little bit unlucky there by Brooke. She wanted the inside of that bowl and just got the outside. But again, as we talk, finishing in a good home.
Rachel on the mat. Coming down on that nice forehand side. She's got fairly good pace too.
She's played this extremely well, Gus.
Yeah. Oh, it's gone
back to the.
It's gone back to BCG's bowl.
Yeah,
Just. But no damage. They had the back white bowl there.
they did. But you know what I did then? I got confused with the
Yes,
white bowls.
yes. I could see just that touch of yellow there.
Yeah. No, I got confused with the shot bowl.
Oh, okay.
It was
That's right. No,
clumsy.
I said to the girls, if we make some mistakes today, don't blame us. We didn't pick the colour of your bowls. Here comes Brooke, and that's a really good bowl there. How do you get in there, mate?
I think she's got to change hands. No, she's called the similar.
I'd be
Looks
opening up.
Look like there's a hole there.
Yeah, I think
She gets her own bowl is good. Yeah.
go a bit early on this sort of green.
Yeah.
Open it up. Got that away nice and clean. Is she going to get back?
Not quite.
She's going to end up in a good...
She doesn't want to turn that in though.
Oh, good home.
She played it with good weight. The other thing you'll find with Jess as a skip, very, very positive in her calls. So
Yes.
She's just said, love your weight.
Yep. Oh, yeah, great home.
She's very easy to play with because she's just always positive.
It's refreshing, isn't it?
It's nice, yeah.
This is a good bowl. Come on, Lee. Down you get. Oh, that's a great effort.
Third shot, I think.
Oh, yeah. And I think the thing is playing that hand they're playing. They're not fattening up the head for the opposition.
Not at all.
They've just added another one in there. I think they're still going to have to go on the attack a little bit.
Okay, so there's Jess indicating it's about a yard away that they're looking for. Looking to turn that shot bowl through the jack, or if it misses it.
Yeah.
Good effort, but it's not going to quite get down enough.
That was a really good effort.
She played that with beautiful weight and almost finished exactly where Jess was calling.
I like the other hand up through there.
Yeah, I tend to do too, but maybe they just don't like the angle of that mauvey coloured bowl.
Because BCG's got first and third, and maybe fourth, so maybe they're worried about having one in the head.
Yeah, don't know. I think Taylor will just be trying to beat that back bowl if she can and be a good bowl.
Yeah, nice pace. They're just not getting back. It's going to be a valuable bowl. She's pretty close. She flops out. No, didn't close it down. What we'll just do, tighten the lineup.
Yeah.
Same weight. It's going to duck now because it'll get underneath.
The breeze has stopped
here's the
too.
purple.
Looks like one to Bendigo.
One to Bendigo. It's a bit of cat and mouse going on here.
2-0
Yeah.
after 2. Eastern Rangers are on the board on the rink next door with Karen Morgan scoring a 1.
3-1. And no change on the
the far rink.
Olivia's
yeah,
rink.
Still on their second end.
Yeah. Sometimes when you've got the cans on, you can't hear what's going on outside. It's nice to listen to the chatter and
you do miss. You miss a bit of that atmosphere.
A bit of the atmosphere. Yeah.
So Eastern Rangers have stretched it out. Sorry, Bendigo. Sorry, my apologies. They've stretched it out a bit longer going this way.
That could be just to allow for the breeze that's at their backs now. They might be just... It's a fair start. It's a fair start. All right, what's Karen? Karen will go up on the backhand. I think she's been sticking to that side. The weight controls it. Didn't need much more, did it? Just to send it on its way.
Where you wish you had the third.
Bounce that touch. Karen out of the hand. This gets through to them. Gets through. You just want that to run a bit. Yep.
It's in the area. Taylor just calling Book on the backhand here. She's got the jack-high bowl of Karen's to sit or beat.
Fairly good pace.
Just running past. Again, a good effort, similar to Karen's second it was.
Rachel following down on that same, probably the slightly more turny hand.
Yeah, when the breeze is up, certainly is.
And she's got a...
I think she's a bit wide there.
Yeah, she'll cover this side though. So she's got one on this side now.
There's a bit of a random bowl coming in there. Wrong bias. We won't mention any names, but wrong bias coming in onto the rinks. Never ideal.
Didn't see that. That's when we talk about the birds flying across the sky.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
You know.
Yeah.
This is not bad.
If she's got enough on it. just going to run out of puff. How's that line? Absolutely perfect.
Mm.
I think they're going to switch here.
She's
Nope.
down there.
Okay.
She thinks she can draw around. Sometimes coming around a bowl makes you take the right line, doesn't it?
It can do, yeah.
Yeah, pace is pretty good.
I don't think she's quite
She's
got
done
enough.
it. She has done it. Wow.
Well, she has.
She has done it.
Well done, Rachel.
Yeah. That's great trust in the skill of your player, isn't it, as a skip?
Yep.
You know.
And also trust in from the second to the skip that they've made the right call.
Well, they haven't looked quizzically on the mat, have they?
No,
They've just got on the mat.
Both of these rinks will know the experience that their skippers have, and they'll trust them.
Lee won the club singles in 2019.
Good track here, just running a touch.
So she's... and she played City versus Country in 22. So she's been, that City versus Country's lead up to state.
Yes, absolutely. That's probably the next step from here is City versus Country and then into state sides and things like that. So they do talk about this event as being a pathway event.
And it's becoming more and more. I think it might have lost its way a little bit, but I think it's back. We're back now the last 3 or 4 years. I think everyone wants to be here. Everyone knows what it means to be here.
Yeah. Ali just looking to draw another. If she can beat that back purple, it'd be good. She's played this very well, Ali.
Ripper bowl.
And again, that breeze is really ripping through.
Of course, Ali's skipping currently, I think, in Lilydale's second side, but she's played Prem B, and she's skipped a good experience.
Fun fact too, Gus. Ali Johnson is the cousin of Jess Wallace.
See, I always knew bowls was a family game.
Absolutely.
And you don't really realise that until you get away to Vic Opens and things where you see the family connections and things like that.
Yeah. We're going to have a guest commentator a little later this afternoon where there's very
better be
big,
good.
I know, but big family connections there in the sport of bowls. We won't
legend.
tell you who it is yet.
But legends. Maybe we could
The
have
family
them,
is legend.
We could
legendary.
give some clues, maybe.
Yeah.
Three generational family of bowls.
Two of them have played state bowls.
Yeah.
And one internationally.
We'll
leave it there for now.
That's it. I think that's almost enough. If you know your bowls in Melbourne, I think that's nearly enough. They're not all currently playing the game.
Well,
are they?
Yes, they are.
Right.
The grandfather had a game in the state fours just recently with his son.
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, that's enough for...
We better get back to this match, Gussie.
Well, it looks like orange is the boss, doesn't it? Eastern Rangers will be pretty keen to get on the board. There's nothing worse than not having a score up. Mind you, they haven't put any scores up on the board yet, have they?
Going for the jack here. She's got the hole.
Oh, my goodness.
What a great effort. She's a few down. It was a brave shot with not much of a target, but if she'd got it, she'd have got maximum reward. Interesting to see if Jessie goes and covers. She'd only be really covering one bowl. Bendigo's got the back one, but I would think, depending which side it goes, one of them is Bendigo's, the two white ones there, and one is Eastern Rangers.
And Jess has got the orange to roll in if she wants, but she probably likes to leave that one there.
Yeah, it's in not a bad spot. She's just trying to draw another here. She can tuck that jack away.
It's just not going to get there, is it?
Not quite.
Look, I think Tata will switch onto the forehand here.
This is what I thought she'd play with her first, but she obviously backed herself.
She can even use that front orange.
Yeah, she'd rather miss it, I reckon.
So you reckon it's 3?
I do.
Her line's pretty good.
It's not an easy shot
she's just
after
gotta
a
have the
drive
weight.
too.
She's going to dead draw this, is she?
She's gone through the gap.
Oh, my goodness. That ran on a bit, didn't it? Got a bit of carry.
That's where it's challenging when you play a weighted shot with your first and then drop to the draw. It's always a hard changeover. So she sort of, she made it a little more challenging for herself by playing the runner with her first, which she's entitled to do, and she obviously backed herself and didn't miss by much.
She didn't.
But it actually made the draw shot a little harder because she's coming from a running shot to a draw shot.
Now, how important is the skip adding here?
Correct, especially when they're just a couple down overall.
It sort of adds another nail in the pain. She's just got to clear that bowl, and she's going to get a little help. Oh, she didn't need help.
No.
Didn't need help.
It's going to be at least 4.
Well, that's what you want your skippers to do. If your skippers can add 4 or 5 times, that's 4 or 5 shots.
Yep.
That's powerful stuff in a, if you're saying your average games are 16, 17 shots, that's a third of a score. Ellie puts up 4 fingers very happily.
It's a big end for the Rangers.
Great way to get on the board.
Puts them 1 in front across the board, and of course that being the key. The Rink's a little bonus, but what they're all playing for is that overall scoreboard. They wouldn't care if they lost their Rink if they won overall.
No. Team game. And Karen puts 1 right on. That's a lovely bowl. After you pick up a 4 and your lead puts 1 on, that's nice.
That's the interesting thing too, Gus, that I noticed. So the first end, Bendigo went short, stretched it to more what I'd say is a 3/4 on that second end.
Yes.
Third end, sorry. And Eastern Rangers got the chocolates there.
Maybe it was a misroll.
Could have been, yeah, you could be right. And now Eastern Rangers have gone and thrown the same length as they've just played on that previous end.
By mistake, you're giving them an opening to work with, maybe.
Yeah, it can be critical, that jack roll in certain games.
She's pretty close again. She just got to clear. Yeah, she's cleared the purple. Lovely bowls. Oh,
yeah, great openers by Karen Barton.
Super.
1.5 meters needed here for Steph.
They play a lot of bowls. They're pretty confident in themselves and their ability, and nothing much phases them.
Look at the weight there.
Beautiful.
Just underplayed the line.
Expected that to hold on that side. She probably just got underneath.
Yeah.
Rachel plays at Mitcham.
She does.
Div 2.
Yeah, they're quite a strong club out in the eastern suburbs of Mitcham.
Yeah. She just didn't get that away. They are. They're a very strong club. And very good club. They're very well run.
Back in the days of the Middletons, Peter and Bob Middleton.
Yeah, legendary.
Absolutely.
And that's not the answer to the question either.
No. No.
Just in case you got excited out there.
No, there's no third generation there that I know of, unless Bob's father played, maybe.
Well, it's possible.
Bob, unfortunately, did pass away.
2 years ago?
Yeah, 1 to 2 years ago.
I went to his funeral. It was a beautiful service and lovely celebration of his life, his family life and his bowl's life.
His achievements.
Yep.
Great correction by Rachel. That's what you want. We all put down a bad bowl, but if you can correct it, that's huge. This is a big bowl here for Brooke. See if she can correct as well.
She's not bad. That will turn. It will turn.
She can get to that last bowl would be fantastic. That's good.
Pretty good
that's
effort.
very good. Gives them something to work with. Ali can draw confidently here on the forehand.
So Ali's on the mat going forehand. She's got to push up into that breeze a bit. It has just got up, so it's made it a little bit more difficult for the players, and she's done a pretty good job. She's just got to clear that. Oh, great effort. Yeah. Yeah, Jess indicates holding one. So that was second shot, the orange bowl. They'll be looking to just maybe just move this kitty a little bit. Little help. That's definitely got to be second. Yep. Jess indicates one. She just got to correct a line. Which I think she's done. She thinks she may have overplayed it. Let's see. I think she might. Yeah. Lovely weight. Yep. Lee's not far away here. She's got a bit of kitty and she's gone with it. It changes things.
Sure does.
Taylor didn't clap. Taylor didn't clap that because it wasn't what she asked for.
Yeah.
She didn't want that weight, so she accepts she got the result. But
that's what we call excellent sportsmanship. That.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to see stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, it's just everyone knows what they're trying to play.
That's right. Both teams are out there trying to win.
Yeah.
But sportsmanship is very, very important, and I'm always a big believer sportsmanship shall prevail.
Yes, if you play win at all costs every game you play in, and you can't enjoy the game as much. I don't think.
No, I agree.
You see these people every day of the week, and
yep.
you know, you want to be able to say hello to everyone. I always remind people of that.
And respect in this game, I've always been a big believer. Respect is important. Respect your opposition, respect your teammates, respect everyone.
Well, the game's just full of, as traditional as cricket and other games like that. I mean, not that we see a lot of sportsmanship in some of the cricket we watched over the summer.
There's a bit of spice in that, wasn't there?
There was a lot of spice, but actually it was it was good to watch.
It was entertaining, yeah, it was. But this is a respectful game, and, doesn't mean you're any less competitive.
No. She's got fairly good. It's just going to trickle into the ditch, I think. You've got to give it a chance, and she did. She won't be displeased with that.
It's a good sider for her next one. It's the longest, especially with that jack moving, it's the longest length they've played.
One of the interesting things she did, she stood, even though that ball rolled into the ditch, she stood on the mat for another 5-10 seconds, and she just was computing. Okay, she's remembering. You see people turn their backs on a bowl.
Yep.
You should never turn your back on a bowl.
Yep.
You're learning all the time.
Yeah.
You've coached. That's the way you'd be.
Absolutely, yeah. And she was able to do that because Taylor was down the other end.
That's
if
right.
Taylor was ready to play,
She'd be off the mat.
She wouldn't do that.
Yeah. They're small things, but they all add up, don't they?
Yeah. If she got the run here, Taylor.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Think it should count.
Yeah. All right, she's kind of looking for second shot here. Because...
Thank you, cameraman. We've just got down to the head.
So they're only two down. The orange is the third shot. Her pace looks better.
Is she under that orange?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
She is under
and
that
she's gonna
orange.
Get the shot. Now, this is what you were talking about, mate. What a draw bowler she is.
Yeah, she's a very good. She's unlucky, but she's cut it to one. And made it harder for Taylor to get another one. Because as it was 2 with plenty of room. Called her to negotiate the 2 on the forehand. Change of hands, called by the third, Lee Harris.
Well, she can play up to those 2 bowls with confidence, she was saying. So you can roll them up, or you can miss on the wide and get the Justice bowl out. She's been a bit conservative. They often say change hands, add weight. But be happy to take the 1 after dropping a 4 in the last end. Sun's come out. 1 to BCG. Troy. Oh, you just touched screen. I'm just learning our new technology. Good start. Good start by Steph. She's bowling very, very well. Both leads are having a ripper. Look at this. They're really setting the game up.
They sure are. We've got plenty of viewing in here. Got Unch. Welcome, Unch. Should be all good on Facebook now.
Another good bowl by Steph. That's a great position bowl. You couldn't place it better.
Fantastic bowls.
Touch more maybe, but any answers to our question?
No, well, I think when we posed the question, I'm not sure whether the Facebook was up.
Right.
So now that we've got comments where our question was to do with a family of bowlers, grandfather, father, grandson. 2 out of the 3 have played state bowls.
Yep.
1 out of the 3 has played international bowls.
And one of them's going to be our guest.
One of them is going to be our guest later on this afternoon. And if anyone's got an idea, feel free.
And they are all currently participating in bowls, you said, at the minute.
They are. Less so the grandfather,
Yep.
but all participating in some shape or form.
Yeah. It's not a bad bowl here. It's not a bad bowl here. Oh, gave it every chance. Probably just a touch heavy. It's a shorter length they played going back this way before, if you remember the 4 that was dropped. So
my apologies there on that Rink 3. I gave Eastern Rangers the 3, but it's actually was a 3 to Bendigo, to the Liv Cartwright.
Yeah, she's
Skipped
7-1
Rink, 7-1. That's pushed Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields out to a 6-shot lead overall. But it's early days. This is a marathon. This is a game of pennant here, 21 ends.
Yep. So Karen's sitting right on this. Steph's sitting right on it, I'm sorry. Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. And any touch on that bowl will... It's got to be delicate, this shot. Oh,
she can beat that white.
Yeah.
She's in a good home. Gave it a chance.
It's turned into a brilliant day. Perfect day for bowls. And the girls are delivering in spades. Really bowling well. Ellie coming down. Just trying to just touch that bowl. Oh, what a bowl. What a bowl.
Great shot. She's made 2 out of that. What a brilliant shot. There was another 3 next door, also to Bendigo Campaspe by Emma Simmons' Rink against Karen Morgan. They hadn't updated their board, so we just went into the Bowls link on through the Bowls Now app, which you can do and keep track of all the digital scoring that's going on. So if you want to keep up with your region, if they're not playing here, we recommend. We'll give some scores if we can. It's a little hard to see across the rinks, but we might be able to get some of them for you.
Are they live scoring some of these?
All of them are all digital scoring, all live scoring.
So you go into the Bowls portal, go into the game, click on the game. It should give you the ends as they're going.
Yes, correct.
It's as simple as that.
Yep, sure is, Lee. Just slightly over.
That's the way I do it anyway. So.
Yep, that's it. Not easy here for Ali to get another one.
No. But there is a passageway. There is a passageway to turn that over.
So even trying to,
I'd
ideally, if you could get to the purple-coloured one of Bendigo, but there's another purple one on the way in that makes it a little hard to get to the exact spot you want to get to.
I think you're almost playing the backhand shot to block entry there. Deny them entry.
Potentially.
She played such a good bowl. She'll have to change her hand, of course. Yep. They don't want to roll that purple in. She doesn't want to roll the purple in here. That's Steph's bowl. It's a bit wide.
Just a correction on the second rink there. We gave Bendigo a 3, which the scoreboard had said, but they've now changed that to a 2.
Right.
So that puts that at 5-2 with Eastern Rangers scoring a 1 on the last end there.
You've got to watch about 100 different things, Troy.
There's a bit going on. Deal with some digital scoring, deal with anything going on here. I've got a bit on the go, but that's all right.
Did a good job, mate.
Appreciate that.
Usual. Let's see if she can navigate this little gap that she's been given.
Needs to hold and get round.
She can
She's
use the
held
purple.
too much.
She can use it, and it wasn't far away.
No.
She's cut one out.
It actually held for quite a long time. I thought she might have been marginally tight, but
she had a little bit more weight than
she did.
What we thought. But she gets the result nevertheless. 1 down is not a bad result here. And she's still got a chance to move that kitty back. As I look to see if she's got another bowl.
Yeah, that was only her first. Jess playing her first here now. Looking to cover.
I like the colour of Jess's bowls. Nice colour. Aqua, green. She's eyeing it off. It'll run a little bit. It'll run a little bit. It'll run a little bit. Oh,
it's in a good
great
spot.
Effort. That's exactly where position A.
That's where you were talking about them putting one, Gussie.
Yeah. I think though it's still usable.
There is a track in there. It's just a little tighter than it otherwise was.
But if she rolls in there with a bit of weight and the kitty goes back, I don't think that's much good. You've got Mauve at the back, White at the back.
Yeah, it's not an easy shot, and this wind's picked up again too.
I think she can use that bowl and still, and she's at one down anyway, so if she goes one down, she doesn't want to play any more than a foot or two away. Easier said than done. Yeah. Oh. Hey, mate. Get set up.
So changing hands. Just underplayed it. Might see a change of hands here from Jess. Don't know what that bowl might be worth a few if she could sit that purple bowl. Just bump the orange onto the jack could be useful too. They've got some pretty good catches and plenty of bowls in the head. Don't think she'll be shy of this. So just overheard Jess say she's going to play sensible weight. So nothing too exuberant, which does match what I was describing about Jess. Doesn't play a super aggressive game. Maybe just overplayed it more than she wanted to, but they'll take the one. And another 2 to Bendigo on the far rink. We've had a few people messaging in here. We've had the Yates family and we've had the Flappers. Well, we are now joined by our special guest, and I'm very pleased to introduce Darren Yates into commentary. Welcome, Darren.
Thanks, Troy. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you here. We were just prompting the fact that we were going to have a celebrity come into the commentary, and we talked about the family, and we sort of led them to say there's 3 players in the family, grandfather, father, son. 2 out of the 3 have played state bowls and 1's played internationally. And we've got Darren, who has played how many state bowls, Darren?
Oh, I reckon it was 22, but somebody told me since it's 27, but somebody can't count.
Maybe you're just harsh on yourself and there was 5 that you didn't play so well, so you didn't count them.
Oh, I think there was probably 27 that I didn't play so well, but anyway.
You've always been a harsh critic of yourself, mate.
Yeah. And let me know when the superstar arrives too, will you?
I will, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I've known Darren for many, many years, and he has a very, very good bowls brain. He might not play as well as he used to, but you don't lose your knowledge of the game. So it's great to have you on board.
Thanks very much. Looking forward to it. Although I have to tell everybody I've got a special interest in another game on another green.
He does. So the third, the trifecta in that family, son Jordan Yates, representing Northern Gateway.
Correct. They're off to a bit of a slow start too, I think, over there.
Are they?
Mm.
So Steph Priest, the great opening bowl. Karen Barton's had the ascendancy for the first sort of 4 ends, and now the last 2 Steph's jumped back on. And
Steph's been a fantastic player for a long time.
Yeah, well, she was a representative the last time Bendigo won it, which was 2016.
Okay. Okay. Does great work with the juniors in Bendigo as well?
She does, yep. Absolutely.
Lots of rewards for that.
Has she got a child in that, or is it just her own interest?
Just her own interest.
How impressive is that?
Yeah. Straight after her playing days finished in the juniors, she sort of hung around and kept working at it, and now works with the Victorian group as well.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Absolutely.
This wind is really whipping through here and making it challenging for the players.
Never easy playing in the wind.
No.
Can't beat the wind. Got to play with it, not against it.
Exactly right. Do you advocate, if you were leading and it's a windy day, where do you advocate? Wide hand generally or narrow hand?
Well, you're probably talking to the wrong bloke. I just play backhand around the clock.
What about if you were advising, back in the day, you're advising your leader, you're skipping, they come to you?
Oh, I think probably the wide side most of the time.
Yeah, I reckon.
It's really got to turn, doesn't it? I think that's the key.
I reckon most generally err on the tight side, but I'm a wide side bowler. I find on the wide side, it's not as weight critical.
Yeah, well, actually, talking about family members, my sister also played for Victoria. She played many games.
That is true.
And she was an advocate of the wide side all the time.
Yep.
Yep. She was pretty good at the leading caper too.
Yes,
Probably
she
still
was.
is, to be honest. But
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Those people that there was a pun put out against Mark Waugh many years ago, a sledge. And a guy from England said, at least I'm the best player in my family. I'm very, very lucky. I can say that I'm the 5th best player in mine.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
We've got a question here. Did Jordan ever play internationally? No, that was the great Jimmy Yates.
That's right. Yes.
Darren's father. Won a world, let's see, test my knowledge here. Did he win a world indoor pairs?
That's right, with Ian
Schuback.
Yep, correct.
What year?
It was one in 1987, but was the 88 title.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. It's was what is now the Potters event.
Yes.
Which starts next week, I think. Potters.
Yeah, it's I've seen a little bit of it on Facebook, so it is coming up.
Yeah. Good fun. No, Dad was very excited to win that. And they were the first people outside the UK to win a tournament inside the UK on the indoor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ali needs the jack here if it can hold. Just missing.
Good weight though.
Yes, he played good weight.
Sorry, I'm still learning these players, Troy.
No, that's all right. So we've got the third here for Bendigo is Lee Harris. And I must also add, poor Darren is trying to read Gussie's handwriting. And it's not the neatest in the world.
Yeah, it looks a little bit more like chicken scratch.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. But he's prepared more than I did.
Oh, that looks like an Eastern Rangers bowl to me. There's two lots of the white, but Eastern Rangers have got the blue and green stickers, and Bendigo have the blue and yellow.
Right.
We've got Brad Campbell. He said, the man, the myth, Darren Yates.
It's a good man, Brad.
And Steve Duncan. You'd remember Steve Duncan.
Oh,
great members. Great memories playing with Jim and Darren at Mooney Ponds.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. 93 or something like that.
Early 90s, he said.
Yeah. Yeah, very lucky to have played with Steve as well. Actually, a bit like Troy, I suppose. We've played with one or two, played with a few different people over the years, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Yeah, and
played together once too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, Darabin. And the better the players we played with, the more success we had.
Exactly. Yeah, I've always been a fan of being carried.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting to the point where I'm uncarryable. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, me too, but both physically and ability.
What can Lee do here? She made a correction. She needs to miss that front bowl. Just go on and touch. If she'd got the inside of that bowl rather than the outside.
What a great effort.
Not far off.
No, very good shot.
Doesn't make it easy, those few bowls in the way there. They're sort of, that middle one's right. Looks kind of in the line, doesn't it?
Yes, and the gusty breeze.
Yeah.
Probably 15, 20 kilometres an hour gusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it really easy. But they're doing a mighty fine job of it, the ladies.
They are. So just a reminder to everyone, we're here at the 2025 Region Sides Championships. Round 1, defending champions Eastern Rangers playing up against Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. 21 end match or a 4-hour time limit.
New concept?
Yeah, we just changed the length of the games, so we're a little shorter last year, and they were all done on the Saturday. We'll just come back to the action first. Jessie just overplaying that. And we've heard to the 21 ends, so therefore we're using Friday afternoon as one of our days, and it links better in with pathways to statesides and stuff like that, because that's what the stateside plays. 21 ends is what a lot of comps in Pennant now play.
Makes perfect sense, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And usually, the longer the game, the better side wins.
Exactly right.
Usually.
Exactly right.
Yep.
Just a little short there by Taylor.
So Steph's still holding the shot there, do we think?
Yeah, I would think so. I think we'll see Jess giving this bowl a chance. She needs to get under that front one. Is she under? She's just caught the edge.
Oh, have a look at that.
She got a good result, but you know what? If she was under that bowl, she was pretty close.
Yeah. She had right,
So-
good weight, good line.
Was a very fortunate result, but it wasn't a bad bowl.
No, but and stuff like that happens.
Yes, certainly does.
Nobody claps and cheers. That's a positive too.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, actually, about the respect. Lee Harris, third for Bendigo, was a little bit quick, and they were down, she trailed the jack, and Taylor sprayed the bowl, but didn't really clap it and get overexcited because it wasn't exactly what she'd called.
Yeah, and I think the more and more we watch on the live stream now, all over the place, they're very, very quick to apologise, even if they're inches offline, and get a result.
Yeah, I think most players are pretty respectful, aren't they?
I think so. The higher the vision you play, technically the more respect you get, I think. Sometimes.
Yeah, you get a little bit of spice sometimes, so don't you?
Yeah. Oh, you can do that too. Yeah, it's a game. It's still a game, and it's still a competitive game. And we cross that ditch or the white line, and some people are a little bit different. But mostly, the game's played in great spirits, which is sensational.
Yep. Taylor just really weighing up the options. The back bowls, if she was to play through Jess's bowl and get it onto the jack a little heavy, those back bowls are Eastern Rangers bowls. She's got the one on the other side that it doesn't look like the jack would go to.
Yeah, she's in a little bit of trouble, really, I think.
If she played it with minimum weight and just sort of got 1 to 2 turns on Jess's bowl, just to spit the jack back to that purple one. Just get a roll out of it.
Right. The other white one.
That's Eastern Rangers,
That's
the
Eastern
white one
Rangers
behind
one as
the
well.
jack, and the close white one is also Eastern Rangers. So she's it's nearly just a draw shot with a foot of weight, I think. If she gets under that bowl and just catches a piece of the jack.
Yeah. And one down's not terrible.
One down's not terrible, especially when you're 17-9 up overall. Mind you, it is early days in the game, but
Absolutely.
you'd rather be up than down. It's not far away, Darren.
She's in the area to something.
It is not far away, just went a little further than she wanted.
Very, very good shot, though.
Yeah. We'll wait for the signal from our 2/3. She's just given another one away. It's very stiff.
Yes, very unlucky. Good try.
Couple there to Eastern Rangers. With a 1 also to Eastern Rangers on the rink next door.
Well, it's not 19-1 anymore then, is it?
No, 19-1. Where did you get 19-1
What
from?
did you say it was? Oh, here we go.
17-9 it was.
Okay. Troy's a bit busy there. Karen's on the mat. She's from Heathmont, so I'm reading.
Correct.
Long way from Heathmont to here.
A little bit, yeah. Eastern suburbs of Melbourne, about 2 hours. We've got Matt West tuning in. What's the green speed? We believe it's around the 13.5 mark.
What a fantastic complex we've got here too.
Yeah, it's a brilliant setup here at Sebastopol. We're very lucky to have their facilities available for this, and we thank them. We also thank City of Ballarat, our partner for this event, and of course Dandenong Club and Moama Bowls Club, where you're now
Wonderful
from.
club, Moama Bowls Club, isn't it?
Our streaming partners, so we're very lucky that they help us to support us to bring all this streaming to all you wonderful viewers.
And it is the best streaming in Australia, the Bowls Victoria stuff. I sit at home and watch a lot.
It's so
and
great.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's so great to have access to it now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent stuff it is.
Little fortunate there.
Oh, well, if you're not up, you can't get it.
That's true.
99% of short putts don't go in.
Only 99%.
Yeah, that's what Lee Trevino said.
Yeah, right.
I think wind blows the other one in.
Fair enough. It's died down again here. It's nice and calm now. It's beautiful. Rachel Powers from Mitcham.
Mitcham. Been a fantastic club over the years, Mitcham.
Yeah, we talked about that too.
Oh,
we
really?
talked about the Middletons.
What am I doing here then? Yes, the Middletons were fantastic. Shout out to Pete.
Yes, yep, legend.
Absolutely.
And of course his father was absolutely a legend too, which
Oh.
we talked about, Bobby.
Absolutely. He was won as many state titles, I think, as anybody else.
He was
Probably.
the state junior coach when I was playing juniors back in '97.
Okay.
Was Bob?
Yeah, he did the draw for the pennant as well, I think. Was
Yep.
his job in the end.
Yep.
Did it all on his own, I think.
Yeah. Probably
He's-
didn't have a computer either, did he?
No. I think it was all done by hand. I think when
Wow.
they took it over, they couldn't work out what he'd been doing. They had
That's
to
amazing.
reinvent another one, I think, was for memory.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yes, very impressive. And lots of all voluntary too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, excellent.
Just a metre behind there, Rachel. We got Brooke Davies here for her second bowl. See if she can correct on her first. Oh, got under it. Improved the weight.
It's not too bad.
Still a couple of
It's in
feet
the area.
short.
As long as you're getting him enough of them in the area, you can use them later.
This is true, and it also gives you confidence for later ends.
Yes.
Especially if you're fishing for line, that's always a challenge. Got to get your line right at the start of the game, and the weight comes pretty quickly. You'll notice here with Ali, Darren, it looks like she's playing the back end because of the where her ring on her bowl is
Yeah, I saw
facing,
that
but she's
before.
actually playing forehand. She's
Yes.
chosen to do it that way
Right.
because she can.
Because she can. Confused me the first time. I nearly yelled out.
Yeah, I noticed it in the roll up, and I went, oh.
Yes. Very interesting.
It's an important bowl here. They haven't quite found this length. They're only one down, I think. But if Lee here from Bendigo Bowls Club, if she can get one in there, it'll set it up for Taylor. Just needs to turn.
Weight's good.
Weight's very good.
Yes, that's very disconcerting, that orange ring, the ring on the orange bowl. isn't it?
Yeah. Should be looking to lose a metre and a half.
I think she's a bit narrower this time
Yeah,
too, I think.
she's under. They're actually her bowls. If she had held up and flicked that jack, it would have been a good result. Not that that's what she was playing for.
Okay, well, we've got a little bit more aggressive this time. Underneath that. No. Good try, never mind. Taylor will fix it. Sorry, Troy's very busy. He's a very busy man, Troy. He's tapping screens here everywhere, and I can't keep up who's
Just
bowling.
trying to update scores on the other rinks there.
Oh, right, yep. Now, Jess is a current state player as well, isn't she?
She sure is. She was one of the members of the Marge Morris that they won last year.
How fantastic was that? And any time you beat New South Wales, got to be good.
For those unsure, that's the women's state, the Australian sides championships. That's the women's trophy.
Yeah. The men's is the Ali Shield.
Correct.
Yes, Victoria are very lucky actually. Victoria put awful lot of money into their elite level bowls and ship good teams off, and they represent us very, very well. And the over 60s team of both teams have been very successful the last few years with multiple titles, particularly the ladies.
They have, yeah, they have. So Bendigo just out to an 8-shot lead here, thanks to the Liv Cartwright skipped Rink against Vicky Smith.
Playing in a moon boot.
Yeah, she's doing well.
Yeah, she is.
Fractured her ankle. Oh, you'd know more than I would, being from her club.
Yes, yes. She missed a week of pennant, and then straight back into it. Played a region final in the moon boot. Ran second to another one of the team members in this team, Lee Beattie. Yeah.
I believe she was also a member of that Marge Morris side, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah, you could have been. There's a couple here in this team.
Played this well, Jess.
Just played 2 crackers.
Yeah. 2 rippers, Jessie. Jessie Wallace. Big bowl here for Taylor Marron.
She doesn't look overly thrilled with it.
I don't think it's terrible, Darren. I think it's very, very good. That's outstanding. What an outstanding shot. Taylor Marron, 3 down.
At least 3, I think.
To 1 up.
Great shot.
They're the big bowls that you want your skips to play with skipping. It's not what you do, it's when you do it. And
Correct.
That's a great time to do it.
Yes. Yes, that's anything up to a 5-shot bowl.
I remember your father said to me one day when we were playing at Darebin, I think it was your father who talked about back in the 25N days, that every player should be worth 25 shots. Does that sound like a Jimmy statement?
Oh, yeah, he's something along those lines. He always believed that you should, as a skipper, play 4 reasonably large conversions in a day.
Yeah.
And if you did that, you'd win.
Yep. But I just have this memory of him talking to me about each player should be worth 25 shots. So
Okay.
even if you're leading and you lead off first bowl, you're going to get 1. So it's harder to get big numbers as a lead, but you're always going to get 1 if you lead off first.
Yeah, but if you get 25% of your bowls inside 2 feet, that's probably what he's talking about. You know,
Yeah.
like 25 bowls out of your 50 back in the day.
100%.
You know, that's your 25, and then your second's only got to get, you know, whatever the maths is, 2 out of 5 to get the same result, that sort of thing.
Yeah, they talked about in the stateside, then the second needed 45% effective bowls, the third 40%, and the skip only needed 35%,
Yeah.
which talks about it's only about 1 in 3. But if you do what Taylor just did then, it's a big 1 in 3.
It is a big 1 in 3. As I said, you said yourself, it's not what you do, it's when you do them.
Yeah. We've got Clayton Jones joining in from Ferntree Gully. Great to have you on board, Clayton. And yes, we did mention Potters before, and Blake Nan. Yeah, Blake Nan represented Australia last year in that, or represented himself, I guess, in the Australian contingent. He's just flown out yesterday to go over to Potters for that.
Yes, good luck to Blake. It's a fantastic event. Talking about fantastic events, anybody that wants to get in the car, really Ballarat's only an hour from Melbourne.
Yep, east western side anyway.
Yeah, jump in the car, drive out, Sebastopol Bowling Club.
Also,
lunch is good too.
Yep, we're also using Webb Connor. We're using Victoria and Ballarat Memorial Sports. Thanks to all them for
fantastic
for joining us. So if your side is out at one of those, absolutely go out and cheer them on. It'd be fantastic. I'm sure they'd appreciate your support.
I'll be at one of them tomorrow.
You will. You will be at Webb Connor.
Webb Connor, out near there's a basketball stadium or a netball stadium or something out that way.
Yep, that is true. Reasonable correction from Karen. Slightly overplayed, but she's got one past the jack, and all 4 of those bowls are pretty close to bang on line.
Very good line. And the conditions are not making that easy, so it's a really good effort.
No, because that wind is swirling, and now it's actually coming back this way. They're playing into the wind.
Always difficult.
I think Bendigo's picked, I don't know how many, but they've scored on the Simmons rink next door.
Well, they've pulled 2 out already, I think.
Yeah, 2 on the rag.
Good idea, that, really.
Yeah, it saves arguments, doesn't it?
Well, it does.
This bowl of Rachel's, the wind has just picked right up and it's gone straight for that bowl. It's coming straight down the green now. Earlier it was going across the green. Brooke Davies with her second bowl.
Never bad passed.
No, just didn't quite get the correction though. But again, Darren, all 7 of those bowls online.
It was a 4 next door to Bendigo.
4, thank you.
No problem.
See, that's why you're here. Not
Well,
for your expert, just for your for your
lucky.
eagle eye.
Lucky.
It's a big start by Bendigo. This is the defending champions here, Eastern Rangers.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so 27-14 up on the defending champions is a big start.
That is a good start, isn't it?
And this is why it's so great being the 21 ends. So whilst Eastern Rangers are 13 behind, there's still 41 ends to make that back up.
Exactly.
Plenty of time.
Break
There's no panic.
No, you can break it down into your game quarters and all those sorts of things as well, if that's the way you choose to go.
Yep.
We had a lesson in my bowling club a few years ago from Ian Ewing, the state coach, and he's talked about quarters, you know, breaking the game into quarters and
Yep.
and making sure that you don't lose 2 quarters in a row and all those sorts of things.
Yep.
All interesting to hear and listen to.
Yeah, absolutely. The tactical side of the game, it's always fascinated me.
Yeah, but we do make it a little bit difficult sometimes. I think we do.
Some people do. They
Yeah.
overcomplicate the simple sometimes,
Yep.
and maybe they overanalyze and things. At the end of the day,
There's one
close
stat
to
that
the jack.
counts. Yeah.
Yep.
Whoever scores the most amount of points wins.
Exactly.
Although I have found that if you can keep the opposition to 17 or less, you win a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. In a 21 end game.
Yep.
And in 25, my magic number was 21.
21. Yep. Correct. Yeah, 84 or what is now 68. At 4 by 17.
63 in this.
Oh, would be too.
Hang
No,
on, you're
it'll be
going
51.
18 ends, aren't you?
51. It'll be
51.
317.
51.
Yeah. So if you can stop the opposition scoring more than 51, invariably you'll win.
So based on that,
And it works a lot.
Bendigo's more than halfway there
Yes.
to their 51.
But things can change very, very quickly in this game, as we all know.
Sure can.
Okay, so Taylor's... Sorry, I'm still trying to work out the bowls here. Purple Steph Priest. That's not her. That's black.
Bendigo's
though, isn't it?
holding. Yeah, there's a couple of purples. That's a Bendigo bowl
It is.
closest to the jack.
That's Lee's bowl.
And it's a Bendigo bowl on the way in here on the back end. So she can play this with confidence.
Yep. Looks
She's
to have reasonable
Played
weight
it well.
too.
If she turns that bowl or just gets past it. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
well done.
turned it in. She got in herself. 3. She's got in herself.
Oh,
That's a great shot.
That's very clever.
What
That's
do you-
two excellent bowls in a row.
What's Jess going to do here, Darren?
Well, I don't know. Well, you said she's usually fairly conservative, so she was pretty happy with the orange bowl out here from her third. So I think that if she's drawing to the orange bowl and turns it at second shot, and if she sneaks inside it, she can draw the shot.
Yep, perfect.
Got a very good delivery too.
She has. It's
Very smooth.
very, very smooth.
Not like yours and mine, mate.
No, terrible. Mine's terrible now. I used to get down low. Can't get back up again now.
Yes,
So.
I need a forklift.
Track is perfect, but
She did just blump that one a little bit though.
yeah, and
Just
coming up,
bounced it out slightly.
yeah, coming up into the eye of that wind too.
Hardest hand on any green to play, Troy. Forehand into the wind.
Yep, yeah, especially if that's the wider side too.
Definitely. Usually a lot slower.
Yeah, you feel like you're fighting it, and you bowls into the eye of that wind.
Yep.
Or the teeth of it, whatever you want to describe it. Just
That
under
was good
it.
weight again too.
Yeah, just under the line. Jess is worried about her last bowl being in the way now.
Well, I think if she plays perfect weight, I think it's fine.
It's one of those bowls that's in the eye as opposed to being in the line. So it looks to you that it's in the way, but it actually isn't.
You're the technical expert. Hey?
She's certainly around it.
Yes,
I think
very
she's
much around it.
Overplayed it.
Yeah, it's good weight though.
Beautiful weight.
Good try.
And that wind is absolutely hailing.
You can hear
As
it.
our cameraman is just standing to stop our marquee from blowing away.
He's doing a marvellous job. He's got books and holding, typing, and very. You need extra pair of hands, you two.
It's a busy job, this.
Yeah. Glad it's you, not me.
No, you just come in and you just do all the exciting stuff, all the fancy stuff,
All the fancy stuff.
all the expert commentary.
Oh, I don't know about that. 2.
2 there to Bendigo.
Going well, here we are. Am I allowed to be biased?
You're a guest, so you can do what you like, mate. So long as you're respectful, we don't care.
Okay, well, I'm as I said, a bit lucky. I've got lots of people to barrack for up here. I've got Northern Gateway and Bendigo.
So Bendigo, your current region, playing at Moama now.
That's right.
And Northern Gateway, where your son plays and you play Tuesday pennant.
That's right, I do, yeah. Yes, I retired earlier in the year, or late last year, and decided to play some midweek pennants. I go down to play with my son every week and take the other legend, my father, with us. And he watches, and we have a good old time in the afternoons.
Beautiful.
I've got to say that the quality of bowls down there hasn't got any worse either. They're very, very good.
Yeah, that Division 1 midweek's a good standard.
It is.
We've just had a query here from, as I get this comments back, from Robert Story asking where Central Highlands are. So that's probably, you're talking, I assume, Ballarat Highlands. The women are in the gold and they're playing here on the other rink scene, and the score is, I think, 26 to Sandbelt and 15 to Ballarat. And in the men's, they are playing at, let's go back here one moment.
Very good effort there from Steph.
They're playing at Victoria, and if I try and add these scores up for you, they're one behind after about a third of the way through the game. Yeah, good shot by Steph, and
A better one by Karen.
beautiful weight by Karen.
And this is Brooke. And have we got what sort of bowls they are, or are we just...
No, just Gussie just got the colours just to make it a bit easier to identify.
Amazing looking across the greens, all the different colours and things like that. It's hard to believe that 35 years ago everybody was in white and wore and used black bowls.
Yeah, it's a very different game now.
Absolutely. All for the better, I think.
100%. Yep.
Yep. The way that the game has changed. everybody sort of plays it differently. They play a lot more bowls, you know, the marquee bowlers and things like that. We all get to see the better players play more often. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's certainly improved in professionalism of the sport and pathways and opportunities for people to play and to be successful.
Yeah, and then we have the other events like the VBL.
Yeah, it's only been going three years, and
yep.
that's a roaring success.
Absolutely, it's fantastic to watch. You've got to get to one of those. It's just skill to the nth degree, because they generally play on carpet as well inside.
Yeah.
So you know, the elements are taken away a little bit. So the skill level's just amazing. Very good to watch.
What can Lee do here? She's got a pretty well an open draw. It's on a good track if she can run.
Oof, what a
Oh,
effort.
for 1.5 foot.
Yeah, well, a foot probably give her the shot.
Yeah.
1.5 would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's one thing about the game. We've only got to beat the opposition nearest one.
This is true. It's always just particularly for the front end. I always talk about just getting close. You don't even have to beat your opposition. If you put 2 or 3 out of the 4 in the head as a front end, you've done your job.
Absolutely. It's the skipper's job to get the shot in a lot of circumstances. And if you give them a chance to do that, well,
Exactly.
all the better.
Close here, Ali. Yeah,
good
well
shot.
played. She played that with good weight, gave it a chance. If she turned the outside of that bowl, she turns it up onto the jack or the shot bowl, gets the inside, she runs on herself. So she played it with really good weight.
Absolutely. It's amazing how those angles work, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can get the inside, you get the result. You get the outside, you get the same result, more or less.
Especially when you play good weight.
It's not bad either. Just going through just a hair.
Looks like the rink next door, Karen Morgan's picked up a 4 for Eastern Rangers.
Just trying to, I think this one, he's just trying to get somewhere near that white bowl just past the jack.
Yeah,
Would be
if you
the
could
plan.
get exactly to that white bowl, even if you could turn it.
Look at
She's
that.
done it too, crackers. Well played,
Awesome.
Ali.
I think any better than that.
No. I was expecting Jess to give her a 10, but she gave her a 5. She shortchanged her there.
You reckon?
Yeah, 2
probably
good
one
bowls
for
should
each.
have getting a 10.
Yeah,
Yeah, shortchanged her.
just still better than the teapot though, isn't it?
This is true. They're
Yeah.
cousins, those two.
Yes.
Yeah. They'd know one would say they'd know each other pretty well.
Yes. I think Taylor's almost forced to play the backhand here too, I'd say.
Yeah, it's still open there. If she can get to that last bowl of Ali's, she'd either get shot or second shot.
That's the go. Little slide off that one on the way in.
Yeah.
And I think it's,
She clears that front one. No.
reasonable weight again too, I think.
Yeah, it's still open there for her for her next though. That one wasn't in the way, but it's out of the eye.
Exactly. It's amazing how those short bowls drag your bowl to it. Or can do. You know, the leader puts one 2 or 3 foot short right on the line, and quite often the head sort of starts building around that bowl rather than around the jack. In a lot of cases. Not with people of Troy's ability, but just normal humans.
Not these days, mate. I'd like to play like I used to, but I don't.
Yeah, I think we've all got the same problem.
Just doesn't want to turn that front one.
But with all the bowls that we get to watch, it's to me it's as much fun anyway.
Yeah, I still love the game. I love, as I said, the tactical side of it. Love the coaching side of it. And now I'm loving the administration side of it.
Well,
So I've
that's
been
fortunate.
pretty
That's your
lucky.
job.
Correct. But I've been very lucky to do all of those. So I feel fortunate. I think the game's given a lot back to me. So I feel very privileged with that.
And you do a great job.
We try our best.
I think the I think the Bowls Victoria have changed a lot of things over the last sort of 5 or 6 years, and a lot of things. Some things have worked, some things haven't, but mostly I think that the game is in a better place, and the things that didn't work, they just changed again.
That's
right.
right.
And if you don't try anything, you're not going to find out, eh?
Yeah, we'll analyse this event at the end of it, see how the 21 end change the 21 ends goes and things like that. What's Taylor done here? If she can hold up. Oh, what a great shot. Did she get second out of it?
Don't know.
Be stiff if she didn't, because she played it well enough to get at least second shot out of it.
Well, she's making Jess's job harder anyway, isn't she?
Yeah,
if nothing else.
I wonder if Jess could play on the backhand. Just draw to the jack and, pop it a few inches. She'd bring that back one of Ali's in.
Yeah, but also she can, the jack is only, who's the white one a yard past? That's, it's hard to tell the rings
It's
from
hard
here.
to tell. I can't see the rings of that one. I think it's Eastern Rangers.
Yeah.
I think it's Karen Barton's.
Well, she's playing the forehand. Stone cold draw, I would imagine.
What would I know? She could still touch that jack under her own, couldn't she?
She could, absolutely. Probably only got to move it an inch. What a great effort. Another great shot.
We're about to find out whether it was one or two.
I think she fancies two.
Eastern Rangers coming back a little bit. They got a 2 on the Vicky Smith rink as well.
It's going to happen in games like this, though, isn't it?
100%. Especially if you're defending champions. You've got a pretty good pedigree, haven't you?
Oh, absolutely. And when you think that, they've got a fairly large area to pick from, and
Did you see how many that was?
it did not. I know Ali looked like she was pretty confident it was two.
Well, Rachel's just put it into the digital scoring, so just like everyone at home, we should be able to click in and see what it was.
Absolutely. Talking about that, we might have a look at the gateway score while we're here, will we?
Yeah, well, if you do that, you can let all our viewers know.
Fair enough, too. We'll have a look at the men's results and men, not results, current standings on the men's game. They're on the other green. There's 2 games going over there.
Tony Buckingham telling me I might need a bowling arm. You could be right.
Yeah.
And Whitehead asking where Ovens and Murray are playing. The women are not playing here. The women are playing at Webb Connor. And the men, I believe, are also at Webb Connor.
Okay, so
Eastern Rangers opting for that 3/4 length. So they've just brought the margin back to 6.
I'm going really well. I went to going to round 2. Still only round 1, Troy.
When you get there too, you're going to have to do a bit of maths because you've got to look at the individual rink
surely
scores.
That's not my job as well, is it?
Yeah, we can't just get you in for all the glory.
Well, that rink's level, so that makes it easy.
Again, nailing her line, Karen. Probably just over a metre past the jack.
Sandbelt's 5 up on that rink. And Sandbelt's, so Sandbelt are 5 in front of Northern Gateway. About halfway through.
Can you get the other
Yeah.
men's for us? It's Goulburn, Murray and Bendigo.
I certainly can. So we go back to... Where are we?
So again, Karen electing to play the ditch side here on the forehand, and Steph electing to play up and back on the backhand on the other side.
Okay. Well, I think at this point in time, Goulburn Murray in a little bit of trouble. Andrew Brown's 10 up, 10-3 up. And Brad Marron is 1 up.
Makes 8.
And Brad Holland is 9 in front, so there's 17 in front.
17, and they're the defending champions. Bendigo, I believe they played Goulburn Murray in the final, so that's a grand final replay.
There you go. And they've played probably one end less across the board, so they're probably just not quite halfway.
And Kelly, I hope I've pronounced your name right, Kelly there. If you go on to Bowls Link, you can do it through the Bowls Now app and search for Region Sides Championships. You'll find all the live scoring. Layala Long, Darren, has just asked if you could pass on a hello to Jimmy Yates, please.
Certainly will. He's sitting over there watching his grandson, or should I say the golden child?
The golden child. Well, he's your only child, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they broke the mould.
Yeah, you wouldn't want another one of him. So
No, you
one's
would
enough.
not. One is plenty.
I wouldn't wish that upon you.
Fair call. No, he's all right. Part of the time.
So it was a 1 here to Eastern Rangers.
They've won the end. Oh, yes, it was one.
We'll update that. We got a bit distracted with the other scores.
Is this the previous end?
Previous end, we
Right.
weren't sure if it was a 1 or a 2.
Well, Eastern Rangers just scored on the rink next door, on rink 2. The score's now 12-11. That
So they've
score's
got
just
a
been updated then.
They've got a 3. They've picked up a 4 and a 3 in the last 2 ends there, Daz.
That's very handy to the overall score.
Sure is.
Said sitting up fairly good here. Everybody's got good weight this time going this way.
Yes.
And last time they had good line
Good
going this
line.
way. Yeah.
Pretty handy here from Brooke if he just gets down. Look at that weight again.
Yeah, it's awesome. Another one in the head though.
Yep.
Never bad.
Two shots the difference now.
Only 2.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, you're keeping score there too. I should look at that occasionally, shouldn't I?
Yeah, that's what the viewers see, what you're looking at the screen there.
Right. Yep. Yeah, well, they better get I was looking for an exciting finish at this point.
Yeah, that's what we want. That's what our
Absolutely.
viewers want too.
Correct. Very much so.
Well pointed here, Ali. Oh, just hung.
Terrible
at
result.
The outside of
Good
it.
bowl for a poor result for a good bowl.
Yeah. It's a big difference, isn't it? You get the inside of that bowl, you nearly run onto the jack.
Yes, and it's like the whole game is inches, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes less than that. Got to have that person on your shoulder or that thing on your shoulder that turns things your way.
This is a
This
pretty
looks
good
pretty
bowl
handy.
here from Lee.
Great shot.
Well played. She's drawn the shot with that one.
Yes. It's only one, I think this Jess
yeah.
said, I think.
Yeah, so maybe she just ran through.
Yeah. Good head though, just the same.
Sure is.
There we go. Bull's just played a good shot on the other. For those people who don't know who Bull is, it's Anthony Flapper. They've got a bit excited on that rink over there.
Was it him or was it Bryce Young? I just saw them high-fiving Bryce Young
Well, they
from
both played a
Sandbound.
good shot too. Well.
Maybe they both have, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not playing against each other, so
No, they're not.
they
No.
can play a good shot at the
At the
same,
same
time.
yes. Yeah. Yes. They're on rink side by side. Here
What's
we
she
go.
going to
This
do
is
with
gonna-
this jack? Not probably what they wanted, because she's. I think that's a Karen Barton bowl there.
The white one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah.
That's all right. Taylor's got that line down there pretty well, I think. So
Yeah, she's playing well enough to get it.
even money chance of drawing the shot, I think. When it's her turn, of course, never make your mind up until it's your turn, Troy. That's another good one.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah. Generally, if I'm skipping, I won't tell my lead how far short or long they are until it's their turn to bowl again.
Makes
Because
sense.
if that jack moves, then it's not the distance I told them.
No, well, that makes perfect sense. I can't
With
argue
exception
that,
of one. I had one leader who actually asked me if I didn't mind letting them know when their bowl basically came to rest, and that was okay because we understand that everyone has different things that work for them and what makes them tick, so we can't fit everyone into the same mould.
No. Everybody's different.
But
World will be a boring place if everybody wasn't different.
this is true, but it's what I liked about it was that he was able to identify what worked for him. So he knows what works for him, which is an important thing. If you know, I always talk about knowing what gets you in the zone and what makes you play well, and the more times you can do that, the better off you're going to be, because what you do to get yourself in the zone can be different to what I do.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, I was involved with a coach many years ago. That even when you went away on you might have gone away on a trip, but your whole process of leading up to that game had to be the same as what you would do at home. So go to beds at the same time. If you have a couple of beers, do that.
Yep.
Don't do anything different. Keep it the same as much as possible.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Change of hands here from Jess. Looking to beat the Jack High purple bowl, Bendigo bowl.
Well, she's
looks like a good track here.
Reasonable hope.
I think it's less than reasonable.
Oh, she might have given the shot away as well.
That's the danger of that, wasn't it? Even though it's Jack High, you can still turn it in.
You can.
You can even turn a bowl past the jack in if you get the outside of it.
Get the back of it, yep. Yeah. It doesn't make sense, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, flip it backwards sort of thing.
It's just one of those things
Thomas
in the
has
game.
just played a crack on the rink next door.
Third for Bendigo, Campaspe.
Yeah, also another Moama
Goldfields.
member.
Yep.
They're everywhere here.
Yeah, Moama's a bit of a powerhouse. This is not a bad shot from Taylor either if she gets around that front one.
She's very close.
She's played it. She's drawn the shot.
And I did tell you that she drew the shot, didn't I?
You did. Well, you said she was an even chance.
Even, yep, I did, yep, correct.
She missed with one and got it with the other. That's an even chance. Evens us back up here on our stream rink. So just a reminder for anyone that's just started tuning in, we're at the 2025 Region Sides Championships. We've got a women's round one match here. Defending champions Eastern Rangers up against Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. 21 ends for each of the three rinks, making a total of 63 ends with a 4-hour time limit. And we currently sit at 31 Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields, 27 Eastern Rangers. 29 ends in, just under halfway through. 8 all after 10 here on our streaming rink. I'm Troy Stafford, joined by the legendary Darren Yates.
Yeah, cut out with the legend stuff, I think.
Well, the Yates family's a legend, and speaking of legendary, that's a legendary start there by Steph Priest.
It's very handy, wasn't it?
Bendigo going back to this is what they did at the start of the game, played minimum length.
Right.
And they nailed the jack, and they did the same when I watched them when they were practicing. They practiced short ends, and they were all over it.
Right, so that'd be the go-to length, or it should be.
Yep. And Eastern Rangers have tended to go more the 3/4 length.
Yeah, the two extremes is I think it's always a good one to go to, because when people practice, a lot of people just tend to practice that three-quarter stuff. You put the mat up halfway up the line and then toss the jack up the other end, and you play that three-quarter length a lot. I think the two extremes doesn't get practiced enough.
Agree 100%. The other thing, often you find what a great set there from Steph Priest. Absolutely brilliant. The other thing I find when those people that do practice three-quarter, they look very good in practice. I'd rather look very good in a game than look very good in practice.
Yes.
So practice those things that you're not as good at, because you know in a game that you can always go back. Great correction by Karen Barton. You can always go back to what you think is your pet length or something like that, and you know generally you're pretty good at that. So practice those things you're not quite good at.
Absolutely.
Or not quite as good at.
Yeah. I always used to, when I practiced, always sort of challenged myself a little bit and played maybe the same side of the green. So it doesn't matter what the shot looked like. I'd have to try and find one even if the shot wasn't there. So,
Yep.
play something like try to get around a bowl that I wouldn't normally try, or
Yeah.
so it puts you in more difficult situations.
Yeah, talk about your own bowls being opposition bowls and,
Yeah, that
and
sort
things
of thing.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glenys joining in. Glenys is actually a family friend of mine from Mortlake. She, her house was next door to my grandfather's when he was alive.
Right.
And I used to pop in and see them and say hello to Glenys and her husband Michael, who are
That's in
both
the
now
far
bowlers.
west, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about half an hour north of Warrnambool.
Okay.
And
Nice part of the world then.
Yeah, and Scott Elliott joining in. Good to see you on, Scotty. I think he's in a dreamland. He said I was the best skipper. I'm not sure out of who.
Yeah, you want a bit
But
more information required, you think?
But, yeah. I'll take the compliment anyway.
Yeah,
even
no,
it's out of 2.
You were pretty good, mate. I remember.
Wow, I don't know if you can hear that in the speakers. I feel like you can, but the wind's just picked right up. And again, it's straight down the rink. So it makes this short end really touch bowls, doesn't it?
It does.
It's not much more than minimum length, this.
Yes.
Emma Simmons, rink next door for Bendigo, picking up a 1.
And they're going back into the wind on that rink next door, and it's so much harder.
Yeah, agreed.
Those 2 bowls of Steph's are still looking pretty good there.
Fantastic.
Going to be hard to beat.
Yep.
Well, they're looking at this one. Ellie's coming in. Shot.
Oh, this is a cruel game, Darren.
That is a cruel game.
Because she's played that almost perfectly, and the jack's gone about an inch.
I think she's actually probably played it too well, to be honest. If she
Yeah.
hit the bowl more than the jack, she would have been better off.
Yeah, the only thing I'd say is she's now opened the jack up for an easier clean trail.
Yeah.
The shot's no easier, but it's more chance that if she gets it, the jack's going back.
A better result. Very difficult to do things twice. I would, yeah. Playing 2 bowls the same, I reckon it's hard work.
Yeah, I struggle to play 1 the same.
Yeah.
Oh, what a cracking bowl here from
That
Lee
might
Harris.
stop the jack going back too.
Yeah, didn't fatten the target. Absolutely brilliant bowl there.
Yeah, and sometimes because of the end's so short, it looks like it should be easy,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
in actual fact, it doesn't make it easier at
Well,
all.
especially in this wind too. Just didn't quite get down
Just
for
a
her.
little a hair quick, I think that
Yeah, just slightly overplayed it.
one. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, a bit of consultation happening.
4 shots the difference. Just the Simmons rink 2 up on the Morgan rink and the Cartwright rink 2 up on the Smith rink. But all 3 rinks super close.
Absolutely. If I was Taylor here, I'd be covering something. I don't think you can make that head look any better. You can only maybe fatten it up if you try and get one close. So I'd be trying to work out where the jack was going and try and finish there somewhere.
I agree 100% with you. Another one to Vicky Smith there on the end rink. Puts them within 1. That's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 6 ends in a row to the Vicky Smith rink there, Darren.
Really?
Vicky Smith from Croydon. Moved from Lilydale to Croydon this season. Quite an astute bowler in her own right. Has played in the stateside.
Right. Oh, well, I can see is Olivia from here. 2 Olivias.
She's the 3rd. Olivia
Slade
is 3rd for Vicky.
Well, she's gone the other option and tried to put one in the way here, I think.
Yeah.
Which is never a bad option.
No, you just got to play it perfect.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty handy.
Your line's got to be perfect.
Try and miss it probably, if you're going to miss, probably slightly on the narrower side, I would say. Because then that pushes them out just that little bit more sometimes.
Yep, good advice.
But, perfect is good.
Whereas if you miss it a little bit wide, you can maybe play more weight and come under it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Push him into the head.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. A little bit narrow is better than a little bit wide.
Yeah.
Although it can be an attraction anyway.
Can she get down enough? She might get the back. Oh, she's touched the jack as well.
That's another unlucky bowl.
Wowee. As we said with Ali's bowl, it's a cruel game.
Absolutely. And I think actually she's almost touched the jack
Back.
in a little bit more than what it was before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a centimetre or two,
Yes.
which can be enough.
Can be.
So does Taylor try and go back, or does she put the lights out?
I would, well, I would have gone back to start with, but
Yeah.
she didn't. So maybe try and draw a toucher, a front, like a perfect
Front
bowl.
hopper.
Yeah.
Yep. You just don't want to sit it next to it, do you?
No, that's the biggest fear.
She can tuck around the corner. It'd be a massive bowl, wouldn't it?
She's played it pretty well. Whatever.
She's played it exceptionally well.
What do we know, Troy?
What a brilliant. Well,
She's better than us.
that's why
we're
she's
here.
out. She's played that to perfection.
Yeah, that's probably the shot of the game so far. I reckon. Actually, no, probably the when it was 4 down before and drew the shot was probably.
That jack though is going straight back. The back white one is Eastern Ranges.
The orange one's Eastern Ranges.
The orange one's Eastern Ranges. The white next to the Eastern Ranges is a Bendigo.
The black one. No, there's a black one.
There's a white one next to, just to the right of the orange one.
Oh,
sort of
yeah.
near the line. That's
Yep.
a Bendigo bowl.
Yep.
But the white one past that is Eastern Ranges.
Right.
So
Well,
she'll be looking to splash the jack through that shot bowl of Taylor's.
She plays the same bowls. The jack's got to move.
100%. Yeah.
Can't not move.
She's
hits the head
close.
this time.
She's very, very close, Darren. Very, very close, and she's got it back to her own.
Oh, they're very clever.
What a terrific end of bowls.
Yep. That's the best end so far of the game, I think.
100%.
Lots of bowls inside that yardstick.
Measuring for 2.
Or we should call it a metre, shouldn't
Metre
we?
stick.
Yeah.
A little bit more a metre than a yard. Yard's
is.
about 90 centimetres, I think. Whereas
Something
a
like
metre's 100.
Yep.
1 to Eastern Ranges.
Either way, getting inside a yard or a metre is still okay.
Absolutely.
What's happening next door?
There's two
Very
virtually
close.
on the jack, and I think that the one on the jack is a Bendigo bowl.
Just the
As
way they're looking
wind,
at it.
where this stream rink is now going to be straight into the into that howling wind. We're just holding on to our marquee again. Thanks, Josh. He's moving cameras. He's holding marquees. He's making sure our stream's up. He's doing a brilliant job.
Absolutely. Best stream in the business. I did say so before.
You
Sorry
did. You did.
Sorry if you're still listening, but if you're brand new, I'm sure you'll all agree. For us that sit at home and watch a bit of bowls I use YouTube personally.
So apologies we're not on that jack yet, but Brad was just making sure we didn't lose our marquee and our equipment. He's sorry, Josh, and he's going to pan down to the jack now. Thanks, Josh.
With a reasonable start from
Karen Barton.
Karen. Yeah.
So it's forced Steph to change hands. She hasn't played this ditch side. She's been playing the inside. Just hasn't quite sent it.
Must be slower.
Well, it's into the wind, longer length, and plus she's probably, sometimes when you change hands, especially if it's a sort of a foreign hand for you, often what's going through your mind is the line, and you forget about the weight.
Absolutely. A very astute person, I think a very astute person, a fellow called David Stiles that I played with at 2 or 3 different bowling clubs. He suggested that most of us, when we change hands, 80% of them are short. Our bowls.
Yeah, I think that'd probably be right.
Yeah, so we drew a good shot with our first one. Our skipper changes it, so we swap over and drop the second one short.
We got Les Touch joining in, saying, did Yatesy, the legend, play at Collingwood Northcote Bowls Club back in the day?
No.
No, but he played with the merged club when they merged and became Darebin.
That's right, yeah. Yes, but I remember that club. I remember when it was Northcote, then Collingwood Northcote, and then just Collingwood.
And then Darebin.
And then Darebin. Collingwood verged with
Faircoat.
Faircoat. Yep.
We've also got Tim Wallace joining in, husband of Eastern Rangers skip Jess Wallace.
Pretty important bowl, this one, I think, from Lee.
No, this is Brooke.
This is Brooke.
Brooke is the two.
The other side. Oh, there we go. Ahead of myself here. Looks like Gus has come back.
Gussie's going to come back, and we thank you very much, Darren, for joining us.
No problem at all.
Sharing some memories of your father and other bowls events that you've been involved in. So thank you very much.
No, thank you.
And for your expert commentary.
Oh, well, I don't know about expert, but we're here, aren't we?
We are.
Thanks
you
very
can
much.
go back and
go and watch my son have a
go
go.
and watch your son represent Northern Gateway, and in a moment, Gus McIsaac will come back in.
I'm gone. Turn me off.
What have I missed?
Oh, you've missed a bit. So Bendigo got out to a 12 or 14 shot lead, and Eastern Rangers have pegged it back to 2.
Wow. I have been watching the scores. I know it's close. This game is just a cliffhanger.
The last end was the best of the match. Steph Priestley had 2 on the jack.
Yeah, as usual.
And then Ali Johnson played, got the jack, but just jammed it in there. Lee Harris drew one and just in behind. Taylor MARRON with her last bowl drew a front toucher.
Changed about 7 times.
Yeah, and then Jess's last bowl, she landed the front toucher and popped the jack back to her own for 1.
Beautiful.
But we're just saying how tricky it is. So they're going back into the eye of the wind again, or the teeth of the wind, I think they call it. The eye of the tornado, which we don't have.
I was watching the men on the other green. You know, they really are pushing up into that breeze out there. It's quite exposed.
You got any updates on those scores?
Look, it's pretty tight. Some very good bowls being played. I think Bendigo's got that game in hand.
That's against Goulburn Murray.
Yeah.
In the men's.
Yarra's beating Metro
Northern
West.
Gateway.
Metro West.
Okay, that's over at another venue.
Webb Connor.
Yep.
So that's, but still tight. But they're winning over there.
And we were told earlier that Sandbelt was in front of Northern Gateway.
I'll have a little look.
Not a bad effort by Lee. Just about maybe a metre past.
Ovens and Murray over at Webb Connor.
Just while you're checking that, we'll just look at Ali's bowl. She's run into her own. It's a wall of bowls there. It's not an easy one to get into for the skips and thirds.
Have to switch, I think. Brody Harker's up 22-13 against... Kobe Cromie's up 22-13 against Brody Harker. That's the Ovens and Murray-Malley games.
So that's +9 to Ovens and Murray so far.
Team 2 is Ovens and Murray. Got Mason Bayless 15 up against to 9 against Joshy Thornton. Joshy Thornton.
So that's 15 up Ovens and Murray.
And 20 to 12. That's Glenn Scott against Ian Brimacombe.
So that makes it 7.
Yeah, it's pretty
7 shots up.
Pretty tight
Ovens
there.
And Murray.
And that's after 13 ends. So it doesn't take much in 3 rinks. You pick up a 2 or a 3 and a 2. That's the difference.
Vicky Smith getting another end. I think that's 7 in a row there to Vicky Smith's rink.
She's on a roll.
And they've now hit the lead on that rink.
Is Rachel's bowl holding here? That short mauve bowl on the line?
I believe so.
Okay, well, Jess is trying to add, and that's not bad. Played lovely weight.
Yeah, Taylor will be just wanting to
Well, she's
get second shot.
3 down.
Very hard to get the shot, but if she could get second, that's an important bowl.
She's actually probably could be 4 down. That green bowl is Eastern Ranges too.
Yeah, it could be.
So she's got to draw second shot. Got that
She
away
was
nice.
3 down a few ends ago, about 3 ends ago or 5 ends ago or something, and she got the shot.
She gets the bowl. She's
Just a bit quick.
Yeah.
Just overplayed it.
Of course, that's the thing playing back into that breeze. You've got to give your bowl a
You
chance.
do. You do.
So that was men's Yarra. We did Yarra Metro Western Yarra, so we know that that's a tight game. I think the winner out of Metro Western Yarra, I reckon they'll go on. And I'm making an early call, but I think whoever wins that game will win that section, I think.
Okay. You've heard it all here first. That's another one in. This is a huge bowl here for Taylor MARRON. Not an easy shot into the wind.
And you don't want to be dropping weight into this breeze.
No, that's the thing. She's got to drop a metre, but if you try and drop a metre, you probably drop more than a metre. Probably got to drop a little more than a metre, but you don't want to overcorrect it.
She's not bad.
She's
good.
Line is good. Can she get
She's
around
good.
that bowl?
What a bowl.
What
a
what
bowl.
a fantastic
Wow.
bowl to cut that down to 1. As Jessie just has a little damn with a smile on her face, of course.
Yeah.
All played in fantastic spirits here.
You're always hoping they miss, but when
Yes.
they do it, you've got to applaud it.
Well, you kind of applaud it, but
Inside you don't.
no, but externally, you just take it.
So gold section 2 in the men. We've got BCG playing Goulburn Murray. We've got, that's pretty even. David Dawes is 1 up on Brad Holland. Goulburn Murray's 1 up there. 10-6, that's tight. Mark Ryan versus Brad MARRON, 10-6, so they're 5 up.
And you go 5. Who's 5 up? Goulburn Murray.
Goulburn Murray. And 12-6. Andrew Brownie's up over Dave Cartwright. So that means that puts Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields 1 up overall. Tight game. I thought they were further ahead.
We just had an inquiry about Ovens and Murray ladies. They're playing Northern Gateway. We've got Kylie Lavis 7-8 down against Carla Krasanik. We've got Peter Mays for Ovens and Murray 15-7 up against Julie Fitt. So that puts them 7 in front. But Nicole went for Northern Gateway 3 up on Ann Miles 15-2. So it looks like Ovens and Murray 4 in front.
I played Nicole Went. She plays for Aberfeldy, and she was the best. I thought she's been the best skip I've seen in Division 1 that I played against. She was absolutely a superstar. Draw bowls, a bit like Jess.
Yep.
Absolutely. I think we might have tied him in the end. I don't know how, but she was awesome. Really good.
Yeah. Our other game just before here on the other green, or the same green here, is women's gold medal Sandbelt versus Ballarat Highlands. Looking at that scoreboard, it's hard to see with the shadows, but I believe it says 47 to Sandbelt and 28 to Ballarat Highlands.
They've got a hold of them. One of the rings there, I think Dan Drafton's down 22 to 9.
That's against Lisa Phillips. So Bendigo just having a little meeting here and electing to take the mat right back and play the short end. That's where they've been at their most dangerous, has been on the shorter length. And that's what we saw then in that last end when it was stretched out longer.
That's when they dropped that 4 early days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Sandbelt, anyone interested in that? Sandbelt Northern Gateway. We've got Anthony Flappers 11-8 up over Arlie Forsyth. So that's 3 to Northern Gateway. And Nathan Lynch is 3 to Bryce Young 12. It's
So
12-3.
6 up to Sandbelt.
So that's an interesting game. And 11-10 to Dylan Fisher over Curtis Hanley.
So Sandbelt 5
5.
in front there against Northern
Yes,
Gateway.
they're all in the balance, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what we love, isn't it?
The value of winning your first game today. You come up here all full of high hopes. How important is that?
Yeah, absolutely. It can, you know, it then is how do you approach, most of these sides probably have a team dinner. How do you approach the team dinner? Do you go in with positivity? If you lose, you'd like to think they'd still be positive about their chances, but there's potentially that thing in the back of their mind. But these people are experienced, these players are experienced enough to know that a lot of sections aren't won with someone winning all 3 games. So yes, you want to win your first game here, but if you don't, you're by no means out of it.
It's like tournament play when you drop your first game in a 2-day tournament. You should always believe that you win the rest of the games and see what happens.
Yeah, that's right. And looking at results, as we just see Steph Priest dragging the jack there, looking at results from last year, especially in the gold, I don't know if anyone won all 3. There was 2.5s and 2s. I don't know if anyone won all 3. So
If you remember the men's final, the BCG came back out of nowhere to
Yes.
win that game. It was a thriller.
Rachel gave that a chance.
Okay. 33 all. We seem to pick the tight ones, we always say, don't we?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
And we've got the tight game.
Yep. Well, all the rinks are tight here.
Well, as long as this ring finishes, this ring's an end behind all the others, so we've got the right ring.
Good shot by Brooke. Adds another one in. That's 2. Not much correction required here from Rachel. Even she loses half a metre.
That kitty got moved back, didn't it?
Yes, Steph trailed that jack with her second bowl. Oh, she's just overcorrected. One to Bendigo on the rink next door. To the Simmons rink. As the wind comes up again, and Josh, our cameraman, just got hold of the marquee before it went flying.
No wonder Emily's bowl. Brooks' bowl travelled a bit further than she thought because we got a huge bit of breeze.
Yeah, I didn't even get to see it, Gussie. I was trying to hold things and not make things blow away. And
yeah, she finished. That's the back bowl that's finished up there. That just
right.
put the sail up and away it went.
Yeah, just as our marquee did too.
Yes.
Ellie Johnson
Fair
got
bowl
enough
here.
here. She
She's gonna
sits
land
that
the
bowl.
bowl.
Well played, Ali.
She's played some big bowls, hasn't she?
Yep.
She's really chimed in when she's had to.
Yep.
And gives a bowl a chance. I like it.
Yep. The Vicky Smith rink's just picked up another one. I think that's 8 ends in a row, Gussie.
Yeah. Dominating.
Oh, what a great shot, Lee Harris. What a fantastic reply.
It's just tit for tat, isn't it?
Yeah. Sits at jack high, gives Ali a chance to sit the bowl trail the jack.
She plays a similar bowl to her last.
Correct.
She's close. They're liking it. Just got to hold
Just
a
needs
bit.
to.
Nothing wrong with that.
Good effort, 2 seconds. You thought it was close when it was 33 all, Gus. What about when it's 34 all?
Well,
it's even closer.
It's closer and higher.
Yeah.
Don't know whether she... I think her pace is all right. Like, very good.
How's that for 2 bowls? 2 touches. Lee Harris just walking past us as though it's just what she does.
Another day at the office.
She had a bit of a strut about her.
Yeah. See, these girls say they don't like playing on TV. I don't think that's the case.
No, they're thriving.
Yeah, I love it. So they've got 2 there?
Yeah, they've got 2. They don't have the very back bowl.
No.
But they've got that lilac one that's about, I'm going to say, 60 centimetres past the jack, 2 feet. So she'll be looking. It's a similar shot that she played 2 ends ago down here. Shorter length. There's a front toucher, and she's just trying to crack the shot bowl. And she's close again, Gussie, if she holds.
Got it.
She's got one of them.
Oh, my goodness.
Cut it down. Great bowl.
She didn't bring that one in, maybe. I don't know.
I think she cut it to 1. Whatever she did, it was a good bowl anyway.
In the area.
What's Taylor going to play here?
Ooh.
Tend to think she's going to play backhand as well, because if she does just pop it, it's going back to hers.
Yep.
I've just waved to our illustrious president, Pat Schramm, has turned up. Great to see you here, Pat, and enjoying some fantastic bowls.
She's been cheering on all the rinks around the grounds, so...
This is her locals, the Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. She's a member at Echuca Bowls Club.
Then what a club that is. Those greens, have you played there?
I have played there. 4 absolutely fantastic greens.
And the people are the nicest you'd meet.
Well, most of them. Pat's standing behind us listening.
Yeah. When she goes away, I'll just tell you the truth.
Yeah, perfect. This is being recorded. She can watch it
right,
back.
Damn. What's she looking at?
I think she's looking at how she can get that jack to her back one, because the way it's set up at the moment, it looks like it's going to Bendigo. If she plays more though, and it gets right back, it's not hers either. So it's not an easy shot here.
She's kind of trying to use the 2 bowls to wiggle her way through, maybe.
Yeah, ideally if she could get her bowl through the shot bowl and the jack not move.
She's only 1 down, though.
If she could, or forehand around that front one. That orange one is an Eastern Rangers bowl.
If she plays bigger weight, can it kill?
It can, but I don't think she'll play that. It's not generally what she errs to do.
No.
I feel like she's going to play forehand and try and turn the orange bowl.
You're spot on, mate. You picked this.
She's just got to execute. Not an easy shot. Not only has she got to get that bowl, she's got to get it the right side of it and with the right amount of weight.
She's just got to clear those front ones. And she has done it.
Flick off that.
Oh, wow, what a bowl.
What a cruel game, because she's played that absolutely sensationally, and she's still 1 down. Makes it hard for Taylor to add another one.
Yeah.
But she can still play that backhand and pop that. If she pops the shot bowl, the jack's going back to her bowls.
And they've got the mauve as well.
Which is exactly what her second, Brooke, is indicating. Backhand, just touch the shot bowl. Just doing a few adjustments to our marquee here. The wind has played a bit of havoc. So here comes Taylor on her backhand. Looking to play good weight and just tap the shot bowl. Not an easy shot.
She's got to get back. She's just going to miss wide.
She's played it with very good weight.
Beautiful weight.
She played it with very good weight. 1 to Bendigo. Nip and tuck here on our stream rink. Nip and tuck across the board, really. We're very privileged to bring you this game. So the 2025 Region Sides Championships, round 1 match in the women's gold tier. Defending champions Eastern Rangers up against Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields, our 2016 champions, and it's one shot the difference. Bendigo 35 up on Eastern Rangers 34. Just over halfway through the match, we've got Taylor MARRON skipping here on our stream rink, who is one behind the Eastern Rangers rink of Jess Wallace. I'll just give you an idea of players on the other rinks in this match. So on the rink next door for Bendigo, we've got from lead to skip, we've got Sharon Koch, Lee Beattie, Robin Thomason and Emma Simmons.
Yep.
They're 15. Up against Barbara Vaughan, Kirsten Day, Carol Protopappas and Karen Morgan, who are 11.
11, yep.
And on the far rink, we've got Marilyn Stevenson, Susan Howes, Jamie Stokes and Olivia Cartwright on 11, up against Jan O'Regan, Pat Warlow, Olivia Slade and Vicky Smith. And that's the rink that's put Eastern Rangers back in the game with many consecutive ends in a row.
Is that the 16-13?
There must have been a...
Yeah. So there's been a change in that one, I think.
I must have missed an end for Bendigo there. 16-13 after 14. I think I missed an end.
That's all right. Is that the Cartwright Smith one?
We can fix that up. Yeah, so it looks like Bendigo just got a 3. I missed one end. I gave it to Eastern Rangers when I should have given it to Bendigo.
That's
Apologies
right.
for that.
That's all right. I just noticed that, mate.
No, good pickup.
So there's one more to go on Cartwright's, is there?
Yep.
And now we have a true...
One more on Eastern Rangers.
Right.
And then we'll be up to date.
So a little mini break by BCG.
They have, yeah.
Just jumped away a little bit in a tight game.
Yeah, that 3 to the Cartwright rink.
Isn't it funny? You know, like Steph gets on. It seems Steph seems to probably dominating back this way, and
yeah, the with the wind and Karen against the wind.
Against it. I think that's what I'm seeing.
She's nailed it with her first one, and second one's past the jack, which is always useful.
Or they're just trading blows. I mean, they have been doing it all day, haven't they?
They have, really. But yeah, as you say, they're sort of taking it in turns. This is where you need your second to back your lead up.
Yeah.
That's handy second.
Mm-hmm. Rachel can slip another one in here where Jess has got her foot. That's where she'd like her to finish. She moves away. What's the rule on that, mate? You've got to move before the bowl is when you put your foot as a skip.
If you're in possession of the head.
Wow, what a bowl.
What a fantastic shot by Rachel Powers. If you're in possession of the head, you can stand there for the entire length of your bowl. Once your bowl comes to rest, you need to get out of the head because it's the opposition's head now.
You don't see it enough, I don't think, in bowls with skips. I think it's like tantamount. You put your foot there, it's like that's another bowl that you're beating.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, it does give you a visual. Mary-Ann Davies just asking for some updates. If you've got one specifically, let us know. Otherwise, if you go to BowlsLink on the Bowls Now app and look for 2025 Region Sides Championships, you can find all scoring there being done digitally, keeping you up to date with all games.
Or if you just Google Bowls Portal results on your internet.
Yep.
You don't have to have the app.
That's right.
You can get it that way as
yep,
well.
Correct.
I think most people hear the word app and they go, well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But you can do it the other way.
Yep. Fair point, Gussie. Plenty of ways to keep up to date with what's happening here up in sunny Ballarat, and it's a beautiful day.
It is absolutely cracker.
Speaking of a cracker,
oh my God.
This is a cracker of an effort by Lee, just going through the gap. She was confident. She left her chalk on. Last end, she did strut up the green. She had a couple of crackers.
The game now, everyone on this rink is in the game and everyone's playing at, I believe, rising to their potential now.
Yep.
And we're seeing that.
Yeah, it's a good game of bowls
You know?
to watch, and it's a good game of bowls to commentate.
Yep.
Knowing the challenges that they're facing, particularly going back this way into the wind.
It's not bad. It will finish on a bit. It's pushing up against the breeze. It's a cracking effort.
It's another counter though.
Is that 3?
That's 3. 3 to the Eastern Rangers.
It's been it's happened a couple of times. Probably I don't know what happened when I was away, but a couple of times Taylor's been under the pump, 3, 4 down, hasn't she?
She drew a shot when she was 3 down.
Yeah.
She earlier in the game.
Second shot when she was 4 down, when I'd just come back on.
Yep.
So this is where her team has to just now give her a bowl in the head.
Lee just had a little bit of arriving weight, hit the
she's-
bowl,
she's
trail at
looking-
Jack, and she's got arriving weight again.
She's looking for this, but it won't
I
let
don't
go.
think it's going to get down enough. That's her bowl on the way in, but it's not
Mm.
going to get down enough.
I mean, it's positive weight. Skip it probably wants something. It is dangerous poking away sometimes in these sort of conditions. And if she adds another one here, she's gone back. 2 good bowls. That's a very good bowl there. Yep, just like that.
Oh.
Taylor's gonna just arrive. Easier said than done. I'm not sure that mightn't duck. Oh, she's not bad.
Going to get the wrong side of that orange bowl
yeah.
there, Gus.
It's probably 4th shot.
Yeah, it's their closest.
Mhm.
It's their closest.
She had lovely speed.
Yeah.
That's brave
yeah.
speed. Into
Yeah,
that.
gave it a chance.
Yeah.
Jess just looking here on the forehand. If she can just tuck that jack in,
Yeah.
it's going to make it really, really hard.
Whose bowl on the way in then?
No, that's a Bendigo bowl.
Right.
But it's a long way out. She'd have to play poor weight for that to get in and make any difference to the 3 that they're holding.
I think you can get under that with that breeze.
Definitely. Yeah, she's under that. No problems. That's kind of a guide for her, really.
Pace is all right. It's got to get down.
It's coming now, Gus.
Nah,
Just ran
didn't
into
need
it.
that.
Doesn't make it any easier for Taylor.
Nope.
She's gonna give this a chance though. She's got a catcher about 5 feet past.
She's 3 down. It can't be much worse back.
No, she's got to arrive here. Give the bowl a chance.
She's thinking about it. I think she'll swing onto the forehand.
That's where she played her first one forehand.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
same. Just a fraction wider. She might play a little bit more weight.
I think she'll play a little bit more weight. She's got a few bowls to, Just got to hold now.
Yeah, she's under.
Tough.
It's a big end for Eastern Rangers. With that gap being 5 now, this is important to get the 3 and important if she can add a 4th. Changing hands.
Remember, was it the second end? Jess added one, an extra one. You know, we talked about that when they had that
How
3.
important it was, yeah.
Mhm.
This is her strength, her draw shot.
No one's reacting.
I don't think she's up, Gus. chicken, she got told by her third, but she'll take the 3 and run. And we got a shout out here to Uncle Rick from Inverloch. Our cameraman Josh is it's his uncle. So a big shout out to you.
Yeah, these pictures are being brought to you. They don't happen by chance. It's hopefully the coverage is as good as we're watching the game here live. Another good start by Karen. Getting better every end. And she's done that with the breeze. So let's just see what...
Kaz Rhodes joining in. If my family connections are correct, that's Taylor's mum.
Yes.
Welcome to you on board, Kaz.
You must be enjoying this game. Taylor's doing a fantastic job.
Another 2 to the Eastern Rangers on the Vicky Smith rink.
So it's really keeping Eastern Rangers in touch, isn't it? 40 to 38. And
it's actually 40 all with that too,
oh,
Gussie.
is it? Right. It is bouncing around. Okay.
Actually, no, there's 2 more to go on. Just the Emma Simmons rink. So it was 40 all, but Emma Simmons has just picked up a 2 for Bendigo. So it's put them back out to a 2-shot lead.
The seesaw continues.
It does. That's what you're going to get, and that's in these longer formats.
Look at Steph. What a track she was on.
2 feet, not even.
And you're just trying you're just trying to not ride the wind, but if you add 2 feet, it'll probably go 6 through. So
yeah, coming this way with the wind.
So it's not easy. Rachel's doing some damage last end, and she's starting to really put some bowls into the head.
So not far over.
No, that's a good bowl.
Good third shot.
So you've played a bit of this format. Do you party at night? What do you do?
Look, everyone's different. I played in quite a few.
Yep.
And I'd say for pretty close to about 15 of them, I reckon I was sort of side captain. So I was kind of the
so you had to be the sensible one.
So I had to be the sensible one. We back in the day we used to play a lot of Corowa.
Yes.
And we in Eastern Rangers, or it used to be called Group 12 Maroondah.
Yes.
And we used to stay at a motel in Rutherglen.
Yep.
And on the Friday night, we'd always have a team barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
And on the Saturday night, we'd either have a team barbecue or we'd all go to one of the pubs and have dinner. And we were pretty good. In my time in region sides, I've not had been involved in any region that's where people have played up or anything like that. Everyone, yes, you'll have a good time. Yes, you'll have a drink if you want to have a drink. But everyone understands we're up here to win. And fair enough if, so back then you used to play just on the Saturday. So if you didn't get through your section on the Saturday,
you could do
people
what you
would
wanted.
play up.
Yeah.
And that was fine because they weren't playing the next day. But generally, if we were playing the next day, we were pretty good at doing the right thing. And, you didn't have to go to bed at 8 o'clock or even 10 o'clock. But if you're in bed sort of by midnight and you haven't played up too much.
Yeah. And quite frankly, you play a hard day of bowls out in the heat. You have a couple of beers with your opponents or maybe at the end of the game.
Yep.
You don't really feel like that much more. You want to have something to eat.
Yeah, chill out a bit.
Yeah, just
But
relax.
it's good camaraderie.
It is. Good bowl here.
Great shot.
She's playing some
There from
bombs,
Ali.
isn't she?
Yeah. It was a great shot from Brooke to get the shot and a great shot from Ali to get it back.
You can see her skipping experience come through there with the shot. She's never short. She's giving her bowl a chance and she's getting results.
Yeah. Yeah, generally though, she can draw if she plays.
Oh, yeah.
If she's played a bit in the top side at Lilydale as well, generally as a lead when she plays in the top side.
Right. So she's a very good draw bowler too.
Yeah, she's got all the shots.
If you just get to the kitty here and just tuck that away a little bit. She got that away nicely. You must have coached her.
Well, I was the club coach. I didn't have a lot to do with her personal coaching. She would have got a lot from Jess, her cousin, and I think probably from their grandfather.
Who was? Excuse my ignorance.
Oh, it's my ignorance too.
Right.
His name has escaped me, and I apologise if you're watching.
Yep.
But yeah, their grandfather was a bowler, and he did a fair bit of coaching with them.
How good's that to have done that with your grandpa?
Yeah.
What a bowl here. Hello.
She's played some crackers on that backhand in the last few ends, coming down there. She enjoys getting a toucher down there.
She loves it. She will enjoy watching this game tonight. And if you're watching it tonight, hi.
I reckon depends on the end result as to
True.
whether they'll watch it back.
So you don't watch games you lose?
I don't watch any game I'm playing.
Okay.
Not that I've been on the live stream very much.
No.
Live stream didn't exist when I was kind of playing a lot of my bowls. I won a state triples a few years ago.
Yep.
And I played reasonably well up until the final, and I played like a banana in the final, and we won it. And I've never watched it.
But you've got the medal to prove
I've got it. Yep.
Sometimes. Oh, she's
Close here, Jess. And she's popped it straight back to hers. Brilliant bowl.
Wow. Probably made two.
Could have.
Green could be in.
Yeah, it just depends how far back it is.
But sometimes you're surprised when you do look back. You probably didn't play as badly as what you thought, Troy.
Maybe. I don't know.
But you know yourself, don't you?
I'm a very harsh critic of my
Yep.
own performance. So we've got 14-9 here, Gus, and the board just been updated to 13-9. Let's just have a look on the live scoring. That's what it's very handy for.
Yep.
It is 13-9.
Okay.
It was a 3. We must have given them one somewhere where we shouldn't have. When I say we, I do mean me.
Well, it's a team effort, mate.
You claim the good stuff, I'll claim the bad stuff.
Oh, well, I don't get away with that these days, especially at home. All right.
And I've just been sent a message. It's John Burke, and that is correct.
Thank you for that.
Tim Wallace, for sending that in. John Burke was their grandfather. Apologies to John if you're listening and watching.
Just going across and looking at that, I'm obviously interested in the Metro West game.
Just before, we might just hold off on that for a
Yes.
second till the end of this end, Gussie. Just as we come to the pointy
One
end of this
bowl
end.
to come.
Yeah, just a little short with that one.
Big bowl here. Eastern Rangers probably holding 2. Taylor under the pump a little bit again, and this is an important time, isn't it?
Yeah, the front three for Eastern Rangers have probably had the ascendancy of late.
They've lifted their work rate. Not that the others are not bowling well.
No, but Taylor won't be happy with this one.
No.
Just missed her line.
I often talk about making the skipper go to the well and keep pulling the water out. And,
Yeah.
And it's hard work.
Yeah, it
you
can
know.
be. Yeah, you only got to miss once and it can be costly.
And then you start to feel the pressure a bit. You
Yeah.
know, even someone like Taylor, who's very experienced.
Yep. The thing that would be helping is that they're in front overall.
Yes. And that's something you've got to remember, the big board. Yep.
2 there to Eastern Rangers.
Yep. You can feel the intensity building now.
Yeah, when Darren Yates was on, he was talking about our state coach, JR, who had spoken to his club about breaking the game up into sections,
Yes.
quarters, thirds, however you want to put it. We're probably just about into the last quarter of the match now. So this is the real pointy end, and we're only one the difference.
Metro West are now 10 up on Yarra. Pierce is James Pierce is 16-8 up, so he's the one that's the difference. But Pidge has got back in front there as well. Pidge was behind. He's now 16-13 up. So he's picked up a 5 and a 3 in the last 2 ends.
Wow, that makes a big difference,
So
doesn't
that's
it?
big pickups. Well, that's Pidge. He'll just pick them out of pick them up out of there like that.
Yep, yeah, you can do. Karen's first bowl, a couple of feet short. And Gussie, you were talking about people behaving yourself. One of my teammates for many years that I was in the side, Rod Nicholson, has just
Yes.
wrote in and said he always behaved himself. Do you believe that?
I know Rod, and I'd say he would be leading the charge, maybe.
Which charge?
The charge for fun.
Yes, yes.
And the camaraderie. He's a very, very good communicator.
He's a good man to have in your
Yep.
team.
You'd like to have him in the trench with you, definitely.
Yep. Yeah, him and I have been in the trench many times in region,
Yep.
pennant, tournaments. He was my third at Lilydale when we were fortunate enough to win Division 1 flag, and I felt very privileged to have him as a third because whenever we were in the proverbial, I'd ask him for second shot and he'd never do it. He'd always get the shot because he didn't want to do what I asked him to do.
Right. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, you remember those wins, don't you?
You do, yeah. Yeah, very privileged to have had those. Just good memories now, really.
Yes, but you've had a few.
Yeah, I've been fortunate
You've had
enough.
more than most, I think.
Well, I don't know. I enjoy what I'm doing now, so
Do you know how many division flags I've had in 35 years?
how many? 1? That's more than most.
Yeah, look, it was a Division 1-1, and I think you were there then. But
Yeah, you beat us. Yeah,
up in an extra end or something, wasn't it?
Oh, last end all
last
square.
end,
Yeah, so I lost that one.
Yeah.
I was lucky I won 2 Divi 1s with Lilydale.
Yep.
1 with Yarra Glen.
Yep.
I won a Divi 2 with Baronia.
That's good.
And I was runner-up in Premier Division by 2 shots when I was at Darebin. We
Yep.
lost to Bundoora. So I've got 4,
Yep.
and 4 out of 6 finals. I feel privileged.
But you,
Not that I like to talk about myself.
No. But it's interesting to just let the viewers at home know that, winning flags are very cherished things.
Yeah, they are. Because especially, Division 1 used to be 40 teams. It's now 32. And Division 2 and below used to be 80 teams.
Yep.
It's now 64.
Yep.
It's a real achievement just to win your section.
It is.
Because that's the best of what was 10 and now 8.
Yep.
So any flags you got, cherish them.
And you only got to slip up once to muck it up, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
We won a...
What's Brooke done here? Oh, she's set her own bowl. Yep.
When they had Division 2 state,
Yes.
we went up to that and won that in an extra end against Kangaroo Flat.
Oh, wow, that'd be a privilege.
That was probably I was pretty chuffed with that
yeah,
one.
that's
that was
brilliant.
Good. Yeah.
That was with who?
Q. Yeah.
So not Q Heights?
Q Heights.
Q Heights,
Yeah.
yep.
And we played with about 5 or 6 players. A lot couldn't play. We brought up a few
Wow,
players from
yep.
below, and so
Yep.
it made it really special.
Yeah, that's awesome. That would have been at Corowa.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Cora was sort of half empty in those days. You know, like
it was the Mecca of
on
bowls,
its
wasn't
last
it?
legs. Yeah.
They used to have the equivalent of 8 bowling greens.
It was amazing.
Yeah, they had 4 7, 8 rinkers, and then 2 big long double greens. They turned one of them a long time ago into, I think, a hockey field. And then for many years they had the equivalent of the 6, and they used to host this event, the men's side of the event, and they had everyone.
Everyone there.
All 16 regions at the same venue. Great weight there by Lee.
And the great thing about that was you could walk across to another rink and you could see what was going on another rink and another thing, knowing what you had to do. We didn't have live scoring in those days.
Yeah, I remember because it used to be in very hot conditions, January up at Corowa.
Yeah.
I can remember one day my third decided, just gone through the gap, he decided he's a little hot and bothered after the first game, so instead of going in for lunch, he went across to the swimming pool next door and had a dip, and came back and said he had a swim with Boomer Harvey.
Only in the country.
From Kangaroos.
Kangaroos, games record holder.
Yes. So I thought, well, our stomachs were full, but he was probably better off than us because he cooled down. He went all right. Did his job.
Might use this bowl. Land
Not quite.
in the area.
So I'm sure Taylor will be happy this time she's holding on the crossover.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened for a few ends, so just drops a little bit of pressure on. That's where, if Jess can get her first bowl on, it puts her back in that mindset of being down.
This is where Jess has to play the heartbreaker, draw the shot, make her work again.
Correct.
This is this continual going
Grind.
to the well. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Yep, exactly.
And that's the psychological game you're going to play.
Yep.
She looks so confident out there, Jess. She's just really enjoying herself. She had a nice smile on her face walking down the green.
You know what has a big impact on that? Confidence in your own delivery.
Yeah.
She knows that her delivery is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
So she's just relying on getting the line, getting the weight. She knows that her delivery is going to be good.
She's got the rhythm now.
She's got the weight. She just needs to get down. Perfect weight.
Yeah, she knows she was close there.
That's what I find for myself now that I don't play so well. I have less confidence in my delivery. Used to get down nice and smooth, and now that with a few extra kilos and all that sort of stuff, I don't get down like I used to, and I don't have the same level of confidence in my delivery, and that's why I don't think I play as well as I used to. And it annoys me.
Yeah, well, getting old can be hard sometimes, but it does have some good. It does have some good things.
Yeah.
Just keep thinking about all those memories, mate.
Yeah, that's all I can hang on to.
Was that nearly tried to be a deliberate bowl, do you think?
Nah, I think she's just missed her weight. It's into the wind, longer end. And you might hear some cheering. That was the third next door. Robin Thompson, I think Thompson thinks her name, has just drawn a back toucher there for Emma Simmons.
Yeah.
What's Jess done here?
Pretty good bowl. They like it.
Are you sure it's pretty good or is it very good?
It's super good.
Super good.
It's actually a wow.
It's a wow.
Yeah.
You are renowned for your wow, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah.
It's have you patented that?
I should have, because a lot of people use it. It's a bit like pitchers get it right.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of that these days too.
Yes, you do.
All right.
I used to play with a gentleman who unfortunately passed away last year by the name of Mark Bernardo, who was a very good bowler. And the thing I always remembered for him was that he was an Italian guy. He'd say, "You in the headier."
Yeah.
As just underplayed that there for line.
So we kind of predicted that a bit about getting the shot, and you can just
put
see
the pressure on,
the dejection in the face. This is what you call just grinding it out now, really making it hurt.
The rink next door, Emma Simmons picked up a 3. We were too engrossed in this one, Gussie.
and she can't get the mat back to even have a meeting.
Yeah.
I suppose you can have a meeting.
You can after the first.
First bowl.
First bowl is
Well,
rolled.
I'd almost, at this stage, that's what I'd
Do
be
it.
doing.
Yep, I
Because
think
she
it's-
needs to get with her team and she needs to tell them we're in this game.
Yeah, big board.
You know.
Big board. That's really good advice.
But she's got to show her team that she believes, you know.
Yep.
I know she does. But
Yeah, but show it.
It's and also you're showing your
Acting.
opponents that you're not going away.
Yeah. Speaking of what's going away, that marquee nearly went away. And that's not helped
No,
Karen Barton on the mat because that wind is straight behind the bowl.
Here's an opportunity for Steph to really make a statement. She's been good going this way.
Good to see you joining in, Lucas. We got your mum playing on the rink next door. Whilst you, congratulations for winning the triples down there at Warrnambool.
Yeah, can we have a loan?
But I still think his mum's the best player in the family.
Oh, no doubt. Bit of noise coming from the other green with the men.
Do you think that first one of Steph, she got a bit spooked by Karen's?
Yes.
And so she's
Yes.
just taken too much weight off. Whereas the wind's died down now and Karen's corrected
Yeah.
really well.
She might switch here. Yep.
Yep. Good call. I knew Lucas would bite at that.
What'd he
said,
say?
"Come on, Troy, but thank you."
Well, when's Lucas going to play with us? We're not good enough.
No, we wouldn't be
No.
up to that standard.
Yeah.
Well,
He only had Anthony Flapper and
Matthew Flapper.
Matthew Flapper, was it?
And Ali
And Ali
Forsyth.
Forsyth, yeah. So, travelling light again.
Between the three of them, they've got Commonwealth Games medals, though.
A lot.
Yeah. She's just tried to get under that bowl and rather than trying to take your normal line, she's sort of steered it under and then cut right across. Another 2 to the Simmons rink next door. That's broken that one out a little bit.
You talked about the resets, breaking the game down. This is a time, they're playing, there'll be 5 ends to go, sort of quarter of the way through, 75% of the way through. You want to really just keep your concentration up, keep your liquids up. Make sure that you're feeling good and you're going to finish this game off strongly.
Yeah, 100%. Especially in the the warmer temperatures, about 30 degrees.
Yeah, you've got to look after your body.
It must have been a 3, was it, to Vicky Smith? I gave him a 16 to 17. I'll just double check that on the app.
Not a bad effort.
Oh no, there was another end to go on, so
Right.
they got a 2. Vicky Smith got a 2 and then a 1. They just haven't they've updated the score, but they didn't update the ends. So
Right.
they've actually played 17 ends, but their board says 16. Just to confuse us.
Yep.
Keep us on our toes. As the wind howls down again. This is the loosest end of the match, Gussie.
Yeah, I think this breeze has really got up and it's just confused them a bit.
Made it harder, that's for sure.
A couple of short bowls also make you miss your line.
Can do. And they say when with the leaders not there, sometimes
Yeah.
they'll follow. This one's just going to cut under a little bit. It's their best one. Its weight is probably only a foot. This has been the hand that Lee Harris has really played her best bowls. Backhand with the wind.
I don't know. She'll get the turn around that bowl.
I think she'll go under it, Gussie.
Right.
She's under it.
She's played it. She knows the bowls, doesn't she?
Well, she also knows this hand. It's a hand
Yeah,
she's
she-
confident. While she's left it
Sure.
probably
2 feet.
2 feet short. She's nailed her line again. That's the hand that she knows the best.
You wonder if she had the 2 feet, though, would it have got under the bowl?
I think just. I think just.
Now this is just got to get down. It's not bad.
Just a bit quick. Just not going to stop.
Okay.
We're in for a big finish though, Gussie.
Yeah.
To the diff.
Lee's playing very confident bowls, isn't she?
Yeah, especially, as I say, on this backhand down here.
Yeah.
She's owned it.
Yeah.
In the last second half of this game, she's owned this hand.
And I also think smart play by skipper. You know, she can see that she's playing good on that hand.
Let her play it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let
even
her
if
play
it may not be the hand.
That's right.
If it's what I would call a 60-40.
Yep. Let her play
Even
it.
if that's the 40, let her play it because she's confident. And Taylor actually gave her the choice, which is
And
also
I think
good skipping.
That's what do you see?
Yeah, I often say if it doesn't matter, you pick it, because you give them the confidence to play what shot they're the most confident
And she's
on.
giving her 2 goes at it too. I know sometimes you might want to change them, but you think she wasn't far away there.
No, and she's played 2 good bowls. She's probably made 3 out of that second one, Gus.
Right.
So now it's Jess under pressure.
That's Karen's white bowl though.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
My
Apologies.
apologies.
They're holding.
My apologies.
That's right.
No, good pick up. Too many things to look at sometimes.
No, you're doing other stuff. I'm trying to help you. I'm watching the white bowls. That's what we're going to do is concentrate on.
Yeah, the blessed white bowls.
Yeah.
I can't complain. I had white bowls for many years.
But she's got a chance.
So I think that Karen's bowl's a shot, isn't it? So they've got a couple of seconds.
Does she just let one go, do you reckon?
I reckon. 2 seconds.
Who's got the back bowl, the back white? I think that's hers, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that is hers. Because the one of Karen's went in the ditch.
Yeah.
I reckon aggression.
See, Lee wants her to play the hand that she likes. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think, she's saying she can't see sitting the bowl clean. She could get it through Lee's bowl, but quick, I think that's the shot.
And
Bowl
also,
out clean.
if she gets the kitty, they've got the Mauve bowl, Eastern Ranges is out to the right.
Yeah, that's if she plays the smaller weight.
She's playing it.
She's going big.
I think big's good.
Yeah. She's got it. What a cracking shot. When I said Jess was under pressure, I was a little ahead of my time. She's now under pressure. She's 2 down.
We've seen her under pressure though today, and she's responded.
She has,
She kind of likes it.
The difference is she gets 1 go at this. Even though it's the same as her last, she was holding with the first, but she's playing well enough to draw this.
Well, she's only 2 down, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she's got pretty good weight. She's just got to carry a bit
needs
more.
to run. Don't think she's quite got enough.
That's a fabulous effort, though.
Beautiful track.
She was trying to draw that.
Yeah.
How does she add another one?
Just to draw forehand, I think, is safer. Taylor's asking which is the safest.
What's that old saying? Where's the danger? And they say it's in your hand.
That's it. Do they say that to you too?
All the
they
time.
They say that to me.
They say when you turn up. Oh, just get this to run.
Not quite, no.
Oh.
The 2's big though. It gets them
it
back
is.
on their own length.
Now what do you do? Do you have a chat, or would they just continue
Well,
on?
I would, as you talk about.
Is she going to change the length?
Surely they'll go back to their shorter length.
They're looking to her. Steph's looking, what do you want here? So they've made a decision. Not sure it's much different to what they've been playing.
Puts them four in front, Bendigo, with the Simmons Rink being the big flyers at the moment, 10 in front. Just a reminder, if you've just joined us, we're here for the 2025 Region Sides Championships. Round 1 match, defending champions Eastern Rangers up against Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. 21 ends. They play one round today. 21 ends or 4 hours, 3 rinks, so 63 ends in total. And 2 more games being played tomorrow. A big thank you to our partners, City of Ballarat, for this event, and our streaming partners, Dandenong Club and Moama Bowls Club.
Yep. Can't do it without the sponsors.
No, they play a big part in bringing this fantastic game to us, as Steph draws just about 2 feet past. Karen running on a little bit.
I still like Karen's intent with that bowl.
Giving it a chance.
Well, you know, staying with that positive attitude. Another, not a bad bowl. It's useful.
Yeah, holding 2.
See, Karen is not going to change hands. The degree of difficulty of changing hands increases marginally, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. David Tabbett, good to see him on the stream, saying Metro West men's and ladies up.
Yep.
Huge comeback from Pidge.
Yeah.
And Laurel being his very much so better half. I would tend to say better 3/4.
No, Dave's all right.
Yes, he is, but Laurel's a good egg.
They're a good unit together.
I don't know if Laurel would agree with you. On certain days.
Yep.
Yeah. 3 down here, Rachel.
Rachel draws a shot. She's... Breeze just stopped. Watch this bowl roll through. That's just the breeze stopping. It just went dead.
Yep. Temperature went up too when the breeze stopped.
It did. It's pretty warm now.
Beautiful. Might have to have a swim back at the motel after
I
this.
packed my bathers.
I did too.
Yeah.
You going in with me?
Okay. We'll do bombs. There'll be no water left in the pool though when we're finished.
My dive would affectionately be known as a bomb.
Wasn't it Fred Flintstone that did the dives and all the water would go? Yeah.
See his little feet running under the car?
Yeah. It's just got to run a bit.
Not there.
It's a bit confusing at times.
And it's just in the way too, so it's made it a bit harder for Ali coming. So it's the best start that Bendigo's had for a few ends.
And
holding 3.
This is where you can see a bad end brewing. A couple of short bowls.
You're down 3 and there's stuff in the way.
You're trying to draw the shot. Let's see what she's done. And you're going to hit a short bowl.
Yeah, well, she's holding the 3 though.
Yeah,
it's Ali with the
true.
next one. This is the next one for Ali. If she just needs either side of that last bowl of Rachel's with good weight, there's plenty of room. There's 2 feet to draw the shot.
But it's awkward.
It is, but if she has good weight and gets the middle of that bowl, she'd nearly turn it in for shot.
So you play the backhand.
Backhand.
And just
ignore the bowl.
Move the bowl if you can.
Just ignore it. Draw to the jack. This late in the game, you know your line there.
But don't be short.
Yes, but you also are just drawing, so...
Yeah. And she's not short.
What's her track like? Is she getting back to the centre? Pretty close to it. Pretty close, pretty good line.
But you'd recognise that as a skip. You can see those ends when you think this is brewing badly.
Yeah.
You know, you might even get someone to have a run to try and open it up.
Yeah, not this one. No. There's plenty of room.
And this is going to make it harder.
This could be another brick in the wall.
Yeah, that's going to make it harder.
That's in the count. Not really, because if you got to that bowl, you'd get second shot.
Yeah, it's useful, isn't it?
So just draw.
She's kind of filled a hole. Let's see what she does. I love Ellie's positiveness with the way she plays her bowls. And she's not short, and she's missed wide.
Just quick.
It's funny how an end can just turn ugly.
Yep.
You know, out of the blue, because the standard of this game's been very high.
Yeah, the last couple of ends have been a little scratchier.
Could be concentration. You know, that what we talked about, just that tapering off. They're having a meeting now. Okay, they're having their meeting. Little chat.
So Eastern Rangers got one on the rink next door, the Morgan rink, but the Cartwright rink scored 2 for Bendigo.
18-17.
So they've just gone out one more in those 2 completed ends. Good news too at this stage is that this is looking like the end that's going to finish last.
Yep.
Giving it so close. Well played, Taylor. As the wind comes back up, it's not going to make it any easier for Jess.
Yes, she'll...
Hold on to that marquee, boys.
She's standing there, she's like, I'm not putting no bowl down yet.
No.
She's going to just...
That's smart play.
What's the time? How much time can you take?
15 minutes?
Yeah, so just walk up the head.
But generally that's for a medical
Right.
issue and things like that. If you were taking that sort of long, that someone would be calling an umpire and saying slow play. But she's not doing that.
She could wander up to the head though.
She could,
yeah.
but she's just waiting. Now the wind's died down and she's put her bowl down.
And
she wants to get under that.
She is.
What a brilliant bowl from 4 or 5 down to 1 up.
Yep.
What a fantastic shot, Jess Wallace.
That's just class.
It is class. Yes, good call by Lee Harris. Sit this bowl out and make a number.
This is a big bowl in the context.
To break the game right open because they're 5 in front already overall.
Well, I think the game, this rink is it's going to come from here, the win or the loss. Oh.
That's her own bowl. 1 roll too far, or maybe 2. Still 1 to Jess. Now she's doing what you said. She's coming up to have a look. Assessing.
Same.
It's another important bowl. She gets this, it puts them back within 3 overall. Rink score doesn't matter. Yes, you want to win your rink to help the overall, but at the end of the day, it's all about the overall. And this would put them, if they got a 3, to put them back within 2, which they get close and they get level. They just haven't quite been able to hit the front. Two brilliant shots, Jess Wallace.
The girls are really excited. They know the value of that.
Yeah.
And the value of what she's been doing in the last 8 or 9 ends, you know.
Back within 3 overall. Matthew Crichton saying, I don't like pools much. He knows I'm a bit of a water baby.
Right.
And Dave Tabbett, human beings, feelings and emotions.
Yes.
You'll get over it, Tebby. We're probably not having a go at you. We're just saying how fantastic your wife is.
Yes, kind of a comparison factor, isn't it?
That's right.
Like Tebs is great, but
she's greater.
Bit of banter, always good.
Absolutely.
All right.
So we're on a time limit, Gussie. This
forgot about
game's due to finish at about 5:57. We started a few
3
minutes early, so we've still got 57 minutes for them to get through. This is the rink that's the slowest on this game. Three ends to go. What a great opener by Karen Barton. So we're, at this point in time, no danger of not getting to the completion of the game. And on the other ladies match over here, one rink's at 20 ends, next rink's at 20 ends, and then I can't quite see. But looks like Sandbelt is going to defeat Ballarat Highlands there. I can't quite see the scoreboard.
62-52.
Oh, okay,
so
so it's only 10. They have come back, but there's not a lot of ends left. Can you see the... someone in the way there.
56.
Okay, so 7 ends left. Is it 56 or 58? I feel like it's 58.
Yeah, I think they'll hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
two
good, Karen
bowls.
Barton.
She's really raising the bar now. She's just putting that pressure on Steph. Making Steph have to play her best.
Yeah.
Which she has been playing, you know. She's sticking with that hand. Those short bowls don't help, though.
No, yes, but it is a change of hand. She had been playing the other side
Right,
for
so she's
majority
got on
of the game.
So she's made a move to the
She
other
can
hand.
miss
and
that
look at
bowl
this.
of
She's
Karen
done
Barton's.
What
What a fantastic
bowl.
shot.
Wow, wow, wow.
Brilliant.
Yeah. My goodness.
Interesting. I thought Jess might have asked for 2 feet because there's a little sit the bowl trailer jack, but she's just asked for nice and close. So she's just looking to set the head up early.
I think she's also factoring in that it's with the breeze.
So she might be up anyway.
Yeah, you watch this. I bet she's got enough
Just needs
weight.
to hold.
She's very close.
Weight was fantastic.
You know when you call 2 feet and they play, well, with the breeze. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Eastern Range is picking up on the Smith rink, but I don't know how many. They're going to adjust the scoreboard now.
It's going up.
You're on the better angle than me to see that, Gussie.
I think it's 18 all.
So they got a 1
Yep.
to Vicky Smith. So only 8 ends to go.
The game is revolving around this rink, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the end. It's the rink that's. They're not a full end behind, so they're all pretty close. The far rink's played 19. The middle rink is up to the skips on the 19th, and this one's up to the seconds on the 19th. So they're all fairly close together. But hopefully for our viewers, this is the last
What a bowl.
rink. Ooh,
What a bowl.
Just a touch quick. Is she giving it away?
Yeah, just
overplayed it a
yeah.
touch. Again, that breeze not helping.
No, well, you can't. If it happens halfway through the delivery, it's a bit hard.
Yeah. The wind's picking right up again.
Oh,
Hold on to that marquee, boys. Eastern Rangers winning the rink next door as well, so that's put it closer again.
They're taking a leaf out of this rink. The other girls, the other Eastern Range girls, are drawing
Lifted
energy.
a bit, yeah.
Drawing energy. What Jess is doing here.
Yeah.
They can see what's going on. It's not going to clear. Oh, might get under.
That's their bowl though. It's turned their own bowl up. That was a 1 to Karen Morgan's rink.
Lee's going to have to play a forehand maybe here. She's no. Okay, no. Taylor's keeping her on that good hand.
Yeah, because the forehand's got the Eastern Rangers bowl coming in, and this is her favourite hand that she's dominated.
That's right.
This is the Lee Harris backhand. And guess what, Gussie? Won the difference overall.
It's cliffhanger. She's pretty good.
Look at this.
She's pretty good.
She has dominated
Oh,
that
my
hand.
goodness.
Line, tremendous. Weight, 2 feet over.
Okay. Well, Ali's got the 2 bowls coming in, hasn't she? So she's and she's played very good pace here.
If she can sit
She's
that
played
bowl.
very good pace
if she
here.
can sit that bowl.
Oh, my
what a
goodness,
cracker.
what a bowl.
What a cracker. So this has changed her now,
Yeah.
forehand.
I think this is the shot Lee wanted to play in the first place. She was looking at it, she could see that.
So here she goes. She hasn't played many on this forehand.
No, that purple's not in her way.
No, she's around that. It's just missing that other Eastern Rangers bowl, but that might
It's going to carry. It's
just
not
a bit, just too quick.
Mm.
Just a little bit quick.
She needed 2 goes at that shot, if that was what she wanted to do. And Jess is, of course, she's slowing this down now because she wants to make sure they finish last.
Yeah, you could be right there, Gus.
Eastern Rangers seem to be lifting right across
Yes, Liv Slade drew the shot on the far rink, and Kirsten Day drew the shot on the middle rink.
There's a sense of we're coming.
Mm.
Have they been in front?
I don't think they've been in front the entire match, Gus.
Jess won't be too happy with this.
No, she's touching.
No, she's...
No. That first bowl, she got too much of that, took all her weight off.
Which BCG's closest bowl is which one?
The white one that's
on the
just
left,
on the left side of the orange shot bowl, on the right side on the screen.
On
Apologies.
The screen. Yep. She's playing her forehand.
Yeah, she's going to play weight underneath, sit the orange, or she's got those two purple catches there. See those two bowls 2 feet past, they're both hers.
I think it's...
She needs to hold. Hasn't quite got past Jess's bowl. That's two to Eastern Rangers.
It was Jess's bowl that went up, wasn't it?
Correct. Just trying to beat that Bendigo bowl. Even if she gets past it, covers the trail where Taylor's trying to trail the jack to. So if she gets to the white or 2 feet past, is a very effective bowl. It hangs there. She's made 3.
My goodness.
This is a huge bowl. 3 down, and if she gets this right, she can make 4. This is the biggest bowl of the match, Gus.
Play the forehand with a bit of weight through the hole.
Yep, trailer jack. Yep. It's the biggest bowl of the match.
And look, she's been in the area so many times, she's got to get one. She's got to trust herself now.
If I was sitting on a seat right now, I'd be on the edge of it. But I'm standing because it's a better view.
No, come on. This is not bad.
Just needs to hold. She's going to get past that. That's a Bendigo bowl.
Right.
She's got a little fortunate. Cut it to 1. So again, Eastern Rangers get to the level. Just can't quite get the lead.
I just like the way Taylor went about that. That's a big result, I think, because we're still just looking. They've still 3 shots up or whatever on the 1 or 2 shots up on the board. Or does that put Eastern Rangers in front? The big board's saying, the manual scoreboard saying 51-48 on 54.
What's going on here? Trying to get the ends to change.
Okay. Yeah, good weight by Karen. Good bowl. Steph just got to keep this pressure up on her opponent and build a head.
So we're up to date now as the score's about to change. 51 all, 19-11 on this rink. All 3 rinks played 19 ends. And 51 all. I don't believe once has Eastern Rangers got in front. Bendigo's led this whole game. 2 or 3 times Eastern Rangers got back to level. And then Bendigo's won that next end. So the other 2 rinks are up to the skips. Great opener by Karen Barton.
She's really starting to set a pace, isn't she?
Yeah.
Because every time you put one on against the breeze, your opponent's got to make sure they're there. And she's asking this to woo back.
The Cartwright rink for Bendigo just picked up a 1, putting Bendigo back in front. So Eastern Rangers still yet to get level.
They're not
Yet to get in front.
They are not going away.
They're not going away. No, this is going down to the wire.
And I'd suggest no one who's watching this should be leaving anywhere.
No, if you've got plans, delay them.
Great bowl here. She's just got to run a bit, Brooke.
So they're measuring on the rink next door.
Yep. Carol, that's Carol, isn't it?
That's Carol, Pappas.
Measuring for 1.
1 to Eastern Rangers, puts it back level. It's tit for tat. Four ends to go, all square. Over on the other ladies' game, it's 1 end to go, and it looks like
65
Sandbelt, 57 Ballarat Highlands. So 8 shots the difference.
Yep, 1 shot to BCJ here.
Ballarat's just come up from the silver, so it's a pretty good effort first up against one of the probably favourites in Sandbelt.
And I remember their game last year. They had so many of the locals around
that's
watching them
fantastic,
last
isn't
year.
it?
It was absolutely brilliant to be here and see some of that last year. Who's going to take the crown here? Who wants this game? They don't have to win this rink.
No.
Gee, she's played some big bowls, Ellie.
She's just under. Handy.
Yes, good second shot. Okay, Lee. What's she trying to do? Just tap that front white one?
Well, that's a Eastern Rangers bowl, so
Right.
she'd like to get around it.
Yeah.
She's just underneath. You talk about the leads having a good battle. I reckon these thirds have had a really good battle.
Oh, shot for shot. The conversions have been amazing. And not with big weight, just lovely.
No,
just nice.
Yep.
You know, bowl staying in the head. It's going to get back.
Not quite. Just a touch over, but she might clip that bowl in. Not quite. That's handy there because that's a couple of Bendigo bowls there at the back. BCG.
She's got a bit of intent with this. Come on, run. It's good. Oh, my
Just
goodness.
needs to stop. Beautiful track.
She's enjoying it.
She is. She walked past us with a big smile on her face. A little grimace that she's just a little bit quick.
There is nothing better than playing a good game on the TV rink. Because, especially if you win,
Well, that's the key.
You're going to get to look at it.
I'd rather win than play well.
Yeah, true. But you don't want to play badly on the TV.
I don't want to play badly, no, but
I think
it
people have got
happens.
used to it, don't you think?
Yeah, but you're still going to see people that it's their first or second time on a stream. You know, the so-called semi-professionals are on there all the time. They're used to it, but a lot of these would never have been, or maybe once, or you know. So it's still different. You know, you play thousands of games and one or two of them are streamed. It's still a little bit different.
They've been also good not blocking cameras and
They've been
stuff.
fantastic.
We haven't had to say one thing.
No. I think once there was a shoulder in the way, but no, they've been great, the players.
Might have been the shot.
Even our cameraman gave a thumbs up to it. That's what they say, 1 in, 1 out. But she's turned that bowl to a good spot.
Yeah, it's slightly... You can't draw around that now.
Not as easy. Not as easily. She's still going to attempt it. remind you all, we're 52 all with just 4 ends to play. 2 on this stream rink, and the other rinks are all on their last end with the thirds on the mat. So this isn't got to nearly a full end.
Not there.
No, the wind smashed it.
Smashed.
I'm not sure she had the weight, but the wind has smashed it and made it look way worse than what it otherwise would have been. Can't do anything about that.
So which is the shot bowl? Jess's?
I think it's Jess's.
See, I would have liked to have seen it come up a bit more positive underneath, up on, to try and get rid of Jess's. I think she's just got to play.
Yeah, okay.
But I think she's playing a very measured game. She knows they're still in it overall, so she's not going to.
Yeah.
I reckon you've got to pull the trigger at some stage.
Potentially. I would have. Well, you got to remember it's still level though.
Yeah.
So I still would have opted for the shot. I think, in my opinion, and that's where bowls are so good, because you can have your reasons and I can have mine.
Yeah.
I would have played what Taylor attempted.
Yeah. For me, sometimes it's a bit of a feel for. We've been watching the whole game. You can just feel the way it's going. You think at some stage she's good enough.
Yeah, Eastern Rangers has had more of the momentum
They
late
have.
in the game, but every time they get level, Bendigo wins the next end.
That's right.
They've not let them in front for the whole game.
Which I like that measured approach, which she's doing. It's very mature.
Yeah.
See, I'm immature. So that's my. She's having a bit of chat to someone on the next ring. That's good, just to relieve the stress a bit.
She's going for this bowl here. If she lands this bowl, she's made a number. What a cracker, Jess Wallace. What's she made there? 4 or 5, I think, Gussie, which is probably another reason why she elected to draw.
Yeah.
1 bowl in the head.
But now she's got to either play a deft shot to cut it back or get onto the backhand and play the shot.
I think she's got to draw. There's too many gaps. Is that white one? I think it's East. If that white one's Eastern Rangers, that's 5. The orange, the lilac, the 2 aquas are all Eastern Rangers, and I feel like that's an Eastern Rangers on the level. I think it's 5, Gus. This, we said last end could have been the biggest bowl of the game, and we got another one of them.
I bet she gets it. I bet she gets it. And she's not too wide.
No, she's a bit under. The weight, look at the weight. Perfect weight. This is potentially a match-winning bowl there by Jess. But it's kudos to her front players for putting those bowls in the head to allow her to play that shot. So the skipper gets the credit. Yeah. But if the front end and the third don't put those bowls in there, she can't play that shot. So it's a team effort.
Since I came back, they have
Outplayed.
had more bowls.
Yeah,
they've had more bowls in their head.
100%. Yeah. That's 5 and they're measuring for 6.
Yeah.
This could be a bit of why they won the title last year, Gus.
They didn't fluke it, I know that.
No, they earned it fair and square. 5 shots.
They're officially in front.
They are for the first time.
And that ripple will go all the way through the other rinks.
The other thing too is they're in front for the first time and now it's 5. There's only 3 ends to play, and the other 2 ends are down to 2 and 3 bowls left.
And I think Eastern Rangers is holding on the middle rink.
Well, I think Bendigo's holding on that rink. It's 1 either way anyway.
Right.
I'm not sure who's holding on the far rink. Might be Eastern Rangers. Liv just drew. She was within about a foot, but there's a bowl closer, which I think might be Eastern Rangers bowl. But I'm not certain.
You've got to give Taylor a lot of credit. She's held back the wall at the dam, hasn't she? She's just been holding and holding it back, but it becomes too much sometimes.
Yeah, she's been a little bit under pressure.
Yeah.
Great start there by Karen Barton. Yeah, the front three from Eastern Rangers across the game have played better. Both skips have...
When they've done it together.
Yeah.
On the ends, you know.
Yeah, they've
Come on, Steph. Down again.
Karen Morgan's close here.
Yeah.
She's moved the jack, and I think she's gone from one down to one down.
That's all right.
Maybe, I don't know if it's two, but she played a
Played
great
beautiful
shot.
bowl.
Emma Simmons still has a bowl to play, though. Just got the wrong side of it, but she's got two bowls in the head.
And look at the positiveness of the applause from Jess,
Yeah, she's
even
good.
though she's given the shot away.
Yep, she's good like that. So the far rink is finished.
Yeah, they've
We're
finished.
just waiting to see what the end score was.
67-57.
Oh, 4 to... It looks like the Bendigo third just held up 4 fingers, Gus. If
Right.
they've done that, then it's back to one shot the difference. We're just waiting for officially for the board to turn.
They come out of nowhere, don't they?
They're all standing in the way. I'll get a
23-18.
We can confirm
Yep,
a
a
4
4.
to the Emma Simmons rink there. That's swung the complexion of this game again, Gus.
Mm-hmm.
Puts them back within 1 with 2 ends to play. And I feel like
23,
Bendigo got
23-15.
Bendigo got the shot there, so we're all square last end. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? This is a humdinger.
People will start to think this is like World Championship Wrestling where it's fixed. But no, it's just the way, it's amazing. All the bowls put down and all the 1%ers played, you can have a tie at this stage of the game.
Yeah, and we've got the rink that's finishing last, which is fantastic.
Great. So
We don't have to move any cameras, which we would have done because it's such a close finish.
well, they've got
That's an Eastern Rangers bowl there.
Yeah.
What a fantastic shot. Rachel Powers gives a little fist pump. She's pumped as she should be.
they just chiming in when they need to, aren't they?
It's anyone's game, Gussie. Brooke could easily sit this bowl. Not that it's easy, but could sit this bowl and take advantage back to Bendigo Campaspe. As we've got howling winds, it's not going to make it any easier.
It's running. It's running.
It just needs to hang on.
Yeah.
It's just under, but it's a
Good
handy
bowl.
second.
I just think there's one more little twist in the tail in this whole event today.
Yeah.
All the girls are standing down the line on the other rinks watching.
Yeah, it's so good. For those of you watching at home, you've been blessed with a fantastic game and a fantastic finish, and we thank you all for tuning in.
You learn a lot from watching a game like this.
You do. So Ali's playing the forehand. I think I didn't sort of watch the conversation, but I wonder if she's just trying to get past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably where the girls are standing. If she can get just to the 6 foot mark out,
She hasn't done it.
that's closed up.
It's actually made it
Yeah.
harder for Bendigo. It's not
That's-
what she
that's
tried. But
closed it up.
that's not made.
You know,
That's made it harder.
they're not going to get a result on the forehand now.
No, you're turning the bowl onto the jack.
Look, they've got enough bowls. They've got to clear that.
Yeah, if you play that backhand that Lee Harris has played all game,
Yeah.
turn that bowl,
Yeah.
you could get it right, and if you don't, you open it back up for the
You've got to play those bowls early enough to have, so you've got 3 or 4 after it.
That's right. There's 4 bowls left.
Yeah.
Who do you recall the back white one? Who owns that?
That was Karen's.
I feel like my thought was that it was Brooks.
Actually, it was Brooks. Yeah. Yeah.
She's close. Get that.
Oh,
She
could
could have
take
got
that
the
in.
edge.
Now that's better, isn't it?
No, because that was her bowl. That's her bowl. That's
Right.
unlucky. It was.
Okay.
I think it was her bowl.
Yeah, it was. It had yellow on it.
Yep. But she nearly got a little flick off that outside
Yeah.
bowl, which.
That's a big break for Eastern Rangers getting rid of that bowl, though.
Yeah, but they're just going to try and put one back there now. She's played this one better.
It could be in. No, it's in. It's gone.
Needs to stop. It didn't stop.
We know
Okay.
about the edges of bowls greens, don't we?
Yep. Generally, she wasn't far off here. She's got to play the same bowl. She could have got a flick off the outside. She could have got that front one up. I would be playing. She played good weight. I would say same bowl. It was so close. But she's changed hands.
So they're 2 down?
I'm a bit surprised. Oh, hang on. She must have misinterpreted because she went to play forehand and luckily...
They need to open that up still.
Luckily Taylor saw that and flicked her back on the backhand. I would have been surprised if she had have...
She's close. She's very close.
What? That's almost the same bowl. Almost the same bowl. She can't believe it as she walks past us. It's
Great
such
effort.
a cruel game, isn't it, Lee? Absolutely, she said.
Game of millimetres.
Yeah, a fine line between pleasure and pain.
That'd be the divinals, wouldn't it?
It's very divinally. I think Jess has still got to try and get to the back. She tried.
Definitely.
She called Ali to get to the back, and she missed with her too. She's got to get to the back.
Yeah, and there's no real use off the bowl there because that's too deep, isn't it? The purple's on the right-hand side of the screen.
Peter Leon, no games tonight. This will conclude
Yes.
our day at the end of this one. There'll be 2 more games tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m.
They're taking their time over this.
As you should.
Well, they've probably
And-
still got about 40 minutes, haven't they?
No, only
hour.
28.
Right.
28. So they're a bit under the pump, really, aren't they?
I think they'll finish.
Should be right. Looking across the greens, all games have almost completed. There's one rink still going on the front green between Goulburn Murray and Bendigo Campaspe, but
And I'm not going to bother looking at the results because
no,
this is all I'm
this is
interested
too
in.
tense.
This is all I'm
This is
interested
too
in.
tense. A reminder, you can check all results on Bowls Link.
You see Emma Simmons, is it she's come across to hand the bowl to her?
No, that's
Oh, that-
Olivia.
Olivia can't.
No,
Olivia Slade.
Slade,
Mm.
that's it. Olivia Slade.
That's good, giving her some support.
Yep. Teammates at Lilydale.
What's she doing?
Jess has changed hands to the back end. I think she's still trying to get round the back, but maybe determine it's more likely to go.
I reckon
that
she's trying
way.
to put something else in the way, to tell you the
Yeah.
truth. And she's close. She's very close. That's brilliant. That is.
Yeah, that is a brilliant bowl.
I'm trying to rate her best bowls, but she just keeps upping it, doesn't she?
Yeah, that's a brilliant bowl, that one.
Yeah, I just think you've just played a shot that's just made it almost impossible.
Can Taylor come down on the forehand,
Mm-hmm.
get the edge of the bowl and slice the jack
Yes.
out sideways
Yeah, because that
to the purple?
Yeah.
That's the danger bowl. And you talked about Liv giving Jess the bowl. What great sportsmanship
Yeah.
too.
Nah.
She's handed the bowl to Taylor.
She's playing the forehand. She's
Yeah,
going
she's
for,
playing
she's
that
going for a
shot.
big shot.
She gets the edge of that bowl, spits the jack sideways.
It's
She's
under.
under.
Now, what's she going to do?
She doesn't want to
It
take
wouldn't
that
be-
purple out. Oh, that was the bowl she was trying to make shot. I think the only chance now probably to kill it. And I don't know how she does that. She's got to get the edge and get the jack out
I think you
further.
can kill it. I think if you get...
can, but you've got to get past that front orange.
Yeah.
Because to kill that jack, you got to get the right piece of the bowl too.
Are you surprised the way that bit?
Oh, she did underplay it.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing for wide though.
No. So 57 all. Jess Wallace,
She
last
just gotta
bowl for Eastern Rangers.
She doesn't she doesn't want to touch them really.
That's
that's
handy.
bert.
That's all right.
That's where the other bowl was almost.
Yeah, correct. The last bowl now of the match.
She's asking, play your weight just to get the result.
I think she's trying to sit the shot bowl.
She was asking if they want less
move the
weight.
jack, and for her bowl to get shot.
So she's playing less weight.
Yeah, she's trying to land the bowl.
Yeah.
Get the inside of the shot bowl.
Yeah. Oh, please hold. Come on.
That's an Eastern Rangers bowl.
What
Eastern
a
Rangers
game.
winning that game. They only led for the last 4 ends of the match. What a fantastic game we've seen here.
You only got to be in front of the end.
You do, yep. So defending champions Eastern Rangers start their campaign with a win against Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. Thank you all for viewing. Thanks to our partners City of Ballarat for assisting to bring us this Region Sides Championships.
For putting in good weather.
Absolutely. And our streaming partners, Dandenong Club and Moama Bowls Club. We'll be back here at Sebastopol Bowls Club at 9 o'clock in the morning,
Tomorrow,
where we'll be bringing you a men's match, round 2, between Metro West and Murray Mallee. And we're streaming the rinks skipped by Brett Marnie and Brody Harker.
Yep.
Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm Troy Stafford, and
I'm Gus McIsaac. Thanks for watching.
thanks for having us. Bye.